Hello and welcome to today's video. You join me, Dr. Hellboy, here on YouTube with another deep dive into rosters for a tournament, and right now we are going to be diving in to the NAF Championships 2025 held in Nottingham on May the 3rd and May the 4th this year. We're going to look at every single one of the 296 rosters. Am I crazy? Perhaps I am. Before we get started with that, I just want to say a couple of words. First of all, a huge thank you to Mike Davies, aka San, whose Tableau system and pulling together all the rosters is the only reason why we are able to do this video today and bring this for you today. Big love to Mike. Really love your work and looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon. And the other thing I would like to say as well is just to raise awareness, as Everybody's Dead Dave, the coach Everybody's Dead Dave, is running 7 half marathons this year for raising funds for rare dementia support. And at the NAF Championships, he will be making some announcements, but he has also got some D6 dice available to buy at the NAF Championships, so I will be definitely trying to pick myself up a pair of those with the proceeds going to rare dementia support. I've put a link to his funding page in the description of this video, so anything that you can give towards looking into research for dementia would be absolutely wonderful. But yeah, do see if you can find him over the weekend. Right, with no further ado, we will get into the video. So the formats, just so you are aware, we are going to start off by looking at the rule set. Then we are going to look at a breakdown of the races and see how many of which race are represented. Then from there, we will go into looking at the rosters. Now, how we're going to do this, so just in case you want to skip ahead to the video to find what I think of your roster and then not watch the rest of it, and I don't blame you, the plan will be that we are going to go alphabetically by race and then alphabetically by coach within that race. So all you have to do is find the race that you're playing in alphabetical order and then find yourself within that section, and then you can see what I think of your roster. For those of you who watched my Welsh Championships video, I know that's what most people did. We had a huge number of views on the roster video, but it was mostly people skipping ahead, finding their roster, and then coming up to me and calling me a madman at the actual event. So yes, if you want to do that, no problem at all. If you want to sit down and watch the whole video, then grab yourself a coffee, a tea, a beer, a glass of wine, whatever you fancy, wherever you are in the world, some popcorn perhaps, put your feet up and settle in for this crazy video, which I am about to start now. So let's look at the rule set. And here we are. So the rule set for the NAF Championships 2025, very straightforward. It is 1150 gold crowns to spend on your team. In the following inducements are allowed for all tiers. You've got the kegs, mortuary assistant, assistant coaches, plague doctor, assistant cheerleaders, and wandering apothecary. And then there are some inducements that are allowed only for tier 3 teams. Those are bias referees, bribes, halfling master chef, and riotous rookies. In addition to your skills that you get on your starting roster, we've got the following options for each of the tiers. 2 options each time. The first one for tier 1 is 6 primary skills, or option B is 3 primary skills and 1 star player. The same pattern then follows through the rest of the tiers. So tier 2, you can get 6 primary skills and gain a secondary skill as well in this tier, or you can drop the 3 primary skills and you get 3, 1 secondary skill, and access to 1 star player. And then finally in tier 3, you can either get 6 primary skills, 2 secondary skills, and 1 star player, or you can drop 3 primaries and a secondary and get 2 star players. So yeah, pretty nice, very straightforward, very simple, keeping it straightforward. The tiers are very similar to the Games Workshop ones with a couple of adjustments. So tier 1, Amazon, Chorfs, Dark Elves, Dwarves, Lizards, Norse, Orcs, Undead, Skaven, Underworld, Wood Elves, and Vampires. Great to see Vampires in tier 1 there. Tier 2 is Black Orcs, Chaos Chosen, Chaos Renegades, Elven Union, High Elves, Humans, Imperial Knobs, Khorne, Necro, OWA, Slann, and Tomb Kings. And then finally in tier 3, it's Gnomes, Goblins, Halflings, Nurgle, Ogre, and Snotlings. And there's one of these is not like the other. That is the Nurgle team there. Great to see Nurgle getting a little bit of love in this rule set where they are still struggling. So then with the star players, the main thing to note is that it's the standard rules. You need 11 players before you can have a star. Swift twins would count as 2-star players, for example. So 2 and Grack and Crumbleberry would count as 2, etc. And then there are a list of banned stars, and they are Hathark the Unstoppable. NAF have stopped him. Bomber, Cindy, Deeproot, Dribble and Drool, thank goodness. Estelle, Griff Overworld, Hackflem, Ivan Deathshroud, Creek, Morg, Skitter, Varag, and any star player released by Games Workshop after March 31st, 2025. So very straightforward and nice to see it's got a good balance. You can still have access to star players for the stunty teams and for some of the other teams as well, which is nice. But you're not going to see things like Morg Amazons running around, or or Creek Underworld or Hackflem Underworld. So yeah, seems pretty good. And yeah, let's look at the race breakdown next. So here we are at the race breakdown, and it is very clear that there are a couple of outliers. There are a couple of races really pushing towards the top, and they are Amazons and Dark Elves on 28 of each represented. Then in third, quite close third, is Lizardmen, then Undead and Orcs, rounding out a very clear top 5, all of these in the 20s. So yeah, top 5 all hitting at least representation 20 times. Skaven coming close next with 17, followed by Dwarf at 16 and Necro at 15. Humans and Gnomes then round out the final ones that hit the double digits, but already we're only seeing half the number of Gnome teams as we are Amazon or Dark Elf teams. So yeah, very clear weighting to some tier 1 there. Necro sneaking in. Necro always a difficult one to balance. Where do you put them? They are, they're not quite good enough for tier 1, but they're top of tier 2. So not at all surprised to see that Necro sitting there as the highest of the tier 2 teams there. Then we drop down a little bit further and we start seeing Norse on 9, Goblin on 8, which is brilliant, Slan on 8, you love to see it, OWA on 7, Vampires only on 7, possibly the tiering hurting the Vampires a bit here, Wood Elves on 7, Elven Union on 6, Halfling on 6, Khorne on 6, Nurgle on 6. Look at the love for Nurgle, fantastic. Tomb Kings on 6, High Elves only on 5, Knobs on 4, Ogres on 4, Chaos Dwarves really struggling in this new rule set with the upgrade to the team, the new roster with the Flamesmiths and the Stabbers. Only 3 Chaos Dwarves represented. Black Orcs coming in with 2, Renegades with 2. Underworld took that nerf not too long ago, and now they've dropped down to 2. I remember only a couple of NAF championships ago, Underworld were right up there at the top. And then rounding us out, a single Chaos Chosen. So, we are now going to start the mammoth task of looking at all 296 rosters. Let's go. So, starting us off with Amazons is Banjo Dan. Banjo Dan going for 2 blitzers with block, a thrower with block, a thrower with sure hands for the pickups, and 2 Jaguar Warrior with guard. The rerolls coming in with, what's that, 4 rerolls for the Amazons, pretty good. Opting for a keg rather than an Apo, absolutely fine. Looks like a solid roster. We've got 27 more of these to go, so let's see how different they all are. Good luck. Barney the Lurker up next. Now Barney going for again the 4 reroll build here and an assistant coach as well, opting for the Apothecary. Slightly different skills. We see the double guard here, but it's a wrestle and a block blitzer. I think that's a little bit more common to see 1 wrestle, 1 block, and 2 block line women, not opting for any throwers. So yeah, Barney, very good coach, and best of luck. And Bart K clearly got the memo because it is exactly the same roster as Barney the Lurker. The wrestle and block, the double guard, the 4 rerolls and the coach. So yes, interesting to see how the 2 of them fare. Up next, it's Cauliflower, and Collie has decided to go with 3 rerolls here. The Apothecary, the 2 assistant coaches, and then a bunch of line women here. 1 with block, 1 with wrestle, very nice. Opting for splitting block and guard on the blockers, and the double block blitzer. Best of luck, Collie. Moving swiftly on, we're on to Das Search. Das Search going for 3 rerolls. An assistant coach, no apothecary or keg this time. So running without the apothecary or the keg. 2 block blitzers, block thrower, the second thrower as a backup, double guard, and a wrestle line woman. Kind of a combination of the rosters that we've seen before. Best of luck to Search. Danimal now. Danimal the double guard, the block thrower, the wrestle and block blitzers. So nice to see that. And a block line woman. 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches. A cheerleader as well. Gosh, you don't see many cheerleaders nowadays, but there's a cheerleader and an apothecary to round things out. Best of luck, Danimal. He's the next big thing in Blood Bowl, the champ. It's Dimmy G. Dimmy G bringing the split of the block and guard on the blockers, the split of the block and wrestle on the blitzers, 2 line women, no throwers, 3 rerolls, 2 assistant coaches, and an apothecary. Good luck, Dimmy. Dragonborn now bringing the block guard, the block wrestle, the block, the 4 reroll build and an apothecary, 1 assistant coach. Dragonborn, very good coach. Would assume that he gets on excellently. Up next is El Spunio. El Spunio's had a good run at the NAF Champs before, so expect big things. Also an amazing painter. So El Spunio's gone for the double guard blocker, the block wrestle blitzer, lineman with block, thrower with leader, bringing up to 3 rerolls, apothecary, and then a double keg. So KO's coming back on 2s. Interesting twist to the build. So yes, good luck, El Spunio. And we've spoken about him already with his fundraising for the rare dementia. So please do go and find Everybody's Dead Dave and wish him well. Everybody's Dead Dave going with the double guard blockers, the double block blitzers, lineman with block, leader thrower, 2 rerolls, and the double keg. I wonder if El Spunio and Everybody's Dead Dave have been secretly chatting, plotting, and planning. Could be on for something big. Flute the Cat is up next. It's block and wrestle blitzers, it's guard and block blockers, it's a leader thrower, it's a wrestle line woman. That brings her with 2 rostered rerolls, brings you up to 3 rerolls with the leader, an apothecary, and 1 keg. So again, looking at the keg build here, very, very interesting. Best of luck. Up next, it's Hancock, who has already got a major under his belt with Water Bowl having been won last year. So let's see how he fares at NAF Champs this year. It's Amazons as well with a block and a guard, a block and a wrestle, a double block, 3 rerolls, some assistant coaches, and an apothecary. Pretty standard. Nice stuff. Now it's Hex Baron. Hex Baron going for a guard and a block blocker, the double block blitzer, 2 throwers with no skills, 1 block, 1 wrestle line woman. Rerolls are 3, 1 assistant coach, and an apothecary. Good luck. Iguana, very straightforward. You only need 1 colour of loom band here. It's block, 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 and they are spread out over 2 blitzers, 2 blockers, 1 thrower, 1 line woman, 3 rerolls, 4 assistant coaches, pushing it to the max, and the Bloodwiser keg, no apo. Interesting build, very straightforward skill choice, love it. And the big man is back. It's Core, K-Fogged, Kevin Foghead, whatever you want to call him. He's big, he's beautiful, and he's brought the Amazons back. And here we go. It is a guard and a blocker. It's a wrestle and a block blitzer. It's 2 throwers, 1 with block, 1 with leader. It's a bunch of line women. You've got the 4 rerolls with the leader. Gone for the apothecary and the assistant coach. If you run into K-Fog round 1, you're taking 1 for the team. And next is Kismet. So Kismet's gone for the double thrower, but with no skills. 2 guard blockers, a block and a wrestle blitzer. 2 linemen with block, 3 rerolls, 1 assistant coach, and an apothecary at the bottom here. There's not much mixing with these rosters, is there? But yeah, we will see who ends up top at the end. And just as I say it, we've got a curveball coming in here from L Plate Gamer. So L Plate Gamer going for the double guard blockers, the block and wrestle blitzers, the sure hands thrower, and then a kick thrower. Kick on an Amazon team out of nowhere. We've got the 4 rerolls, so that's pretty great there. No apothecary. So yeah, really interesting to find out how kick fares for L Plate Gamer at this tournament. Next we have Misspelled Tree, and Misspelled Tree is bringing Amazons as well. She's played Underworld, she's played Wood Elves, and now it's time for her to play Amazon. So we've got a guard and a blocker. We've got a block and a wrestle blitzer. We've got 2 lion women with block. We've got 4 rerolls. We've got the assistant coach and the apothecary. Pretty standard. Good luck, Misspelled Tree. But anything you can do, Goo can do better. It's Purple Goo coming in with Amazons as well. One of the big names. Got to be up there with one of the forerunners to try and win the tournament along with K Fogged. So we've got 2 guard blockers. We've got a block and a wrestle blitzer. 2 lion women with block. We've got 3 rerolls, 2 assistant coaches, and an apothecary. So going for the extra lion woman over the extra reroll. Yeah, good luck, Goo. Quinny is next, and Quinny is bringing the double block blockers, the sure hands thrower, an accurate thrower, so looking to bring passing back, making passing great again. Then a block and a wrestle blitzer, line women for the rest, 4 rerolls, no apothecary, no keg. So yeah, expect to see some fast-paced play with passing all over the field. And for no reason whatsoever, this is clearly the best roster by clearly the best coach. It's San. So Mike Davies, who has pulled together this amazing tableau list for us, which is the reason why we can do this video today for you. So yes, Mike Davies, San is bringing Amazons. So he's got a bunch of line women, ones with block. He's got a block blitzer, a wrestle blitzer, a block thrower, 2 guard blockers, a thrower with nothing, an extra line woman. He's really messed it up here for me. To make it difficult, 4 rerolls and an apothecary as well. Brilliant stuff. Look forward to it. Slithy Tove is up next with a double guard blocker, a block and another block blitzer, a sure hands thrower, and a tackle thrower. So interesting to see tackle sneaking in. Obviously, tackle in this meta with lots of Amazons, lots of Dark Elves, lots of Undead, lots of Lizards, lots of stunty teams. Tackle, I would imagine, will be a popular choice with some of the other races a little later. So yeah, a bit like L Plate Gamer's Kick, will be interesting to see how this tackle gets on. The line women fill out the roster, and then you've got 3 rerolls, an assistant coach, and a keg rather than an apo. So yeah, best of luck. Sparky Edwards next. So Sparky's gone for a block and a guard blocker, 2 block blitzers, line women, a thrower with leader, and a thrower with block. 3 rerolls rostered, so leader makes it 4, an apothecary and a keg. Short 10k though, unfortunately, could have snuck in a coach there. That is a shame to see. So yeah, maybe unless it couldn't, it might not be showing dedicated fans. That's the only thing that we might want to bear in mind here, is there might be a dedicated fans on that roster and it's not being shown on the tableau. So yeah, hopefully it's dedicated fans and not that 10k has just not been accounted for. But yeah, best of luck with that one. And it's Spob next, and Spob has gone for the block guard, the block wrestle, the double block line woman, no throwers, 4 team rerolls, 1 assistant coach, and an apothecary. Pretty standard. Yeah, good luck. Stu Backer now. Stu Backer with the wrestle, the block, the double guard, the block line woman, a block thrower with nothing there, 3 rerolls, assistant coach, and an apothecary. Good luck. Tal now with 2 block blitzers, 2 guard blockers, 2 block throwers, line women, 3 rerolls, assistant coach, and an apo. Have fun. Good luck. The Peacock Wrangler next. What an amazing NAF name, and what an interesting roster we have. So we've got the blockers both with block, the blitzers 1 with wrestle and 1 with sidestep. Very interesting choice of sidestep on an Amazon team. And then we've got a thrower with sure hands, a thrower with leader, line women all the way down, 3 rerolls, leader makes 4, an assistant coach, and no apothecary or keg. So yeah, sidestep, really the curveball coming in there. Be fascinating to see how they get on. And the final of the Amazon rosters from Tyler Swaft, and it is 2 guard blockers, a wrestle blitzer, a block blitzer, 2 block line women, 4 rerolls, assistant coach, and an apothecary. Really good stuff. So that concludes the Amazon rosters. I think we've seen kind of 2 different camps, really. We've seen the ones that have gone for the throwers and ones that have gone without the throwers. There are a few curveballs in there with multiple kegs being taken, sometimes appos, sometimes no appos. So there's a bit of variety on what inducements are being taken there as well. There's a couple of interesting skills, but I think the Amazon builds are looking really, really strong, and I would not be surprised at all if we see Amazons featuring in the top 10 and certainly a few of them in the top 25 rosters at the tournament. So now we move it on to Black Orc. So only 2 Black Orc teams, and first up is Blobble. So Blobble has gone for guard, 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 and guard. So it's the guard spam Black Orc build there, with all 6 Black Orcs having guard. Then the trained troll gets block, the lineman coming in there, 3 rerolls, and the dedicated fan. So actually that does answer our question that we had earlier about that Amazon build, which was 10k down, unfortunately. So dedicated fans do show on this. So unfortunately that Amazon team is 10k down. The math doesn't quite add up here as well. Losing 5k, it is what it is. Interesting build. Be fascinated to see how all those guard get on. I think with the brawler, sometimes to my understanding, I've played very little Black Orcs, but to my understanding, it can be nice to have a couple of block in there, maybe a tackle as well, just to kind of have around. But yeah, the guard, it's very, very strong. You've just got to hope that you don't get too slowed down by some of these elf teams. And then by complete contrast, we've got Blobble going with the guard and the kind of controlling Black Orc build, and VM Cat has gone for the full Mighty Blow. So it's 6 Mighty Blow, 7 when you include the troll, lineman, no apothecary, 3 rerolls. He said, right, let's go, let's just get this done, and yeah, opted for the extra player rather than the dedicated fans. So 2 very, very different builds here from VM Cat and Blobble. I wish you both the best, and thank you both for taking Black Orcs and mixing up the roster choices a little bit. Thank you. And now we come to the solo Chaos Chosen roster, coached by Cunning. Now, is Cunning going to live up to their name and prove us all wrong with an amazing run at NAF Champs? I certainly hope so. I'm going for the Chaos Ogre with block, using that secondary there. 2 block chosen blockers, 2 guard chosen blockers, I love it, a block lineman and a wrestle lineman, great choices. Sure Hands is another option there, but I like the block and wrestle, really good. 3 rerolls, assistant coaches, and an apothecary. It's a strong, solid build. I really hope you have a great tournament and can challenge and put yourself somewhere up at the top and have fun along the way. On to the Chaos Dwarves now, and El Affable is starting us off. So going for the Chaos Dwarf blockers, only 4 now in the new roster released by Games Workshop. So only 4 blockers available, and they've all got guard, very strong. The Flamesmiths coming with nothing, a Bull Centaur with block, and a Bull Centaur with wrestle. Really interesting there. Really interesting to see the wrestle. Obviously, with no tackle on the team now, the Chorfs having lost tackle, the wrestle's a really interesting choice with your strength 4 piece there. Couple of hobgoblins and a sneaky stabber. You love to see the stabbers. Fantastic stuff. There's a few rerolls on the roster and an apothecary as well. El Affable, I love it. Good luck. And already we see some variety here with Punker going for the double block Bull Centaur, the 4 guard, the Flamesmiths, and then a Minotaur. We love the Chaos Minotaur. A sneaky stabber and only a couple of hobgoblins there. 2 rerolls, so maybe a little bit light on the rerolls. An assistant coach, though, might come in useful. Yeah, fantastic to see the Minotaur and the sneaky stabbers. I hope you have a great fun tournament. And then finally, the Overlord is bringing another Minotaur, this time with Juggernaut. So giving the skill to the Mino, Juggernaut meaning you do want to be using it for the blitzes. The Bull Centaurs both get block, sensible. Then you drop a guard because you're giving the skill to the Minotaur instead, so just 3 guard. Flamesmiths, a sneaky stabbers as well. One sneaky stabbers as well. Love it. You got the 2 rerolls again, so quite light on the rerolls by fitting the Mino in. But yeah, hopefully these Mino builds have a really fun time, and best of luck at the tournament. On to the Chaos Renegade, starting with Mighty Rig. So Mighty Rig is bringing the Minotaur with Juggernaut, the Rat Ogre with Claws, and the Troll with Guard. Really interesting to see the Mino and the Rat Ogre in the same build. The Rat Ogre with Claws, pretty scary for some of those Dwarf and Lizard teams knocking around, and the Dark Elves as well. So yeah, interesting choice there. The Renegade Orc has also got Claws. The Dark Elf on the Renegades has got Dodge, a Goblin with Sneaky Git, and a human lineman with tackle. So looking like this build might have been designed with the meta in mind. So with the double claws, the dodge dark elf, very sensible, the fouling option and the tackle to deal with all these dodge builds running around. This is a build that could cause some problems, I think. There's a bunch of human linemen there, 3 rerolls, assistant coach, and an apothecary as well. Yeah, really interesting build. We'll be fascinated to see how it gets on. And then Son of Battle Puppy is also bringing Chaos Renegades. Also gone for the Rat Ogre, the Minotaur with Juggernaut, and the Ogre with Block. So the Ogre with Block a bit more what we might have been expecting to see, but really interesting to see another Rat Ogre and Minotaur build here as well. This time going for the human thrower with Sure Hands. The Goblin gets 2 heads, presumably for the 1 turn, to be able to run through a bit better on the 1 turn. The Orc gets block. The Skaven, fantastic to see the Skaven in there with Wrestle, and the Dark Elf gets dodge. Few linemen there. 2 rerolls, so quite light on the rerolls. An assistant coach, couple of dedicated fans, and an apothecary. So 2 quite different builds, but both bringing the Rat Ogre to this event. So yeah, best of luck to the pair of you, and yeah, really hope you have fun. Right, well done for sticking with me so far. If you've made it this far through the video, we are now about to enter into the second really long stretch as we look at the Dark Elves. So Amazons and Dark Elves are both the front runners on number of rosters submitted, so the number of times the race is represented. So yeah, let's dive into this now, starting with Alchemist's build here. So Alchemist going for the 4 Blitzers, 3 with dodge, the block and wrestle witch elf, the double assassin here, 1 with dodge, lineman, 2 rerolls, and an apothecary. I love the build. I might do a slightly different skill choice on it, but I love this build, love the double assassin, and Alchemist is a great coach. So yeah, good luck. Bagooz is next with a wrestle witch elf, a block witch elf, blitzers with dodge, 3 of them, blitzer with nothing, couple of linemen, a runner this time to offer the passing play, and then an assassin with dodge. So slightly different build, 3 rerolls, no apo. Not quite as a fan personally of this build, but lovely to see the assassin, and I'm sure it will do very well. BB Jock next from Scotland. BB Jock going for the 3 dodge blitzers, 4th one with nothing, the block and wrestle witch elf, the runner with dodge this time, the lineman, and then 3 rerolls, no apothecary, and 2 assistant coaches. Again, not quite my flavour. I do really like the double assassin build on Dark Elves, but in the hands of BB Jock, Dark Elves are going to work absolute magic, and I would imagine that BB Jock has a really strong run, as he has done in previous years. Best of luck, mate. But blah, blah, blah now. And again, we see a very similar build. So we've got the 3 dodge blitzers, 1 with nothing, dodge runner, block and wrestle witch elves, lineman for the rest, 2 rerolls here. Yeah, we've seen it before. Yeah, it's going to do fine. Yeah, good luck. Cyritz here, going for the blitzers. This time, all 4 of them get dodge, and then you get a witch elf with wrestle and a witch elf with block. Bunch of linemen, fantastic. 3 rerolls, assistant coach, cheerleader, and dedicated fans spreading out. Yeah, nice. I like the blitzers all getting the skills. I think having 4 blodge blitzers, the blodge witch elf, and then the wrestle witch elf, fantastic. That's your linchpin of the team there. So yeah, I can see this one doing very well as well. Dakirus up next, double wrestle witch elf. I love the double wrestle witch elf. The blitzers, 3 of them with dodge, 1 without, assassin with dodge, bunch of linemen, 2 rerolls, dedicated fans, and an apothecary. Mixes it up a little bit, shaking it up a bit there. Yeah, a very good build, and I love the double wrestle witch elf. And it is Danny next, and Danny knows what he's doing with Dark Elves. 3 dodge blitzers, 1 with nothing, and then you've got Witch Elf with block, Witch Elf with wrestle, Assassin with dodge, Assassin with nothing, and 3 rerolls. Brilliant to see. As I say, Danny knows what he's doing. I'd expect him to do very, very well. Dark Soul up next, and Dark Soul going for the 4 dodge blitzers, the block and wrestle witch elf, the runner, an assassin, some linemen, 2 rerolls, and an apothecary. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, you're 5k short. We've seen it before. Yeah, like this skill choice. Yeah, good luck, Dark Soul. It's another doctor in the house. It's Dr. Techno Trousers, and Techno going with a bunch of linemen, some blitzers with dodge, very sensible. 1 witch elf, only 1 witch elf with wrestle, and then an assassin with sidestep. Really interesting build here, really interesting build. So curveball coming in with only 1 witch and the a sidestep assassin, so hopefully that assassin doesn't fall over and can sidestep and stab his way to victory. Got the 3 rerolls, love it, and the apothecary, great. Yeah, you fall 5k short, but it's a quirky build, and best of luck, Dr. Techno Trousers. Dusher 1 going for the 4 blodge blitzers, the block and wrestle witch elves, the lineman through, the 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches, no apothecary, nice skill choice, fine build, good luck, Dusher 1. And up next is El Duderino 73. Duderino going for my second favourite build on Dark Elves. So my first obviously is the double assassin, double wrestle witch with 4 blodge blitzers. That's my favourite build. This is my second favourite build, and it's a beautifully built roster, I think. So you've got 4 dodge blitzers, a block and a wrestle witch elf, a runner for the passing play, lineman, no apothecary, 2 rerolls. Max out the team value. Really, really nice. Yeah, I'm sure El Duderino will have a fantastic tournament. And it's the defending champion, El Planet 4. Last year it was Lizards. This year it is Dark Elves. Going for the 3 dodge blitzers, 1 blitzer with nothing, block and wrestle, a dodge, 1 dodge assassin, some linemen here, 2 rerolls, an assistant coach, and an apothecary, mixing it all up. Last year, El Planet won the event. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row. Good luck, buddy. Next is GJ703, and a slightly different build coming in here with 2 block witch elves, only 2 blitzers, a leader runner, a runner with nothing, and then lineman, one of which has kick. So really, really different build than what we've seen. Only having 2 blitzers, both of them having blodge is really important. 2 witch elves with block, that's nice. So you've got 4 blodge on the pitch. The leader runner is giving you 4 rerolls. So Dark Elves with 4 rerolls, what a luxury. Could really cause some problems for some of the teams as they're able to throw the rerolls at sacking the ball and dodging through. And the 2 runners means you have a huge amount of speed on the pitch, although you do have a lot of armor 8+. So yeah, going to be interesting to see how GJ703 gets on. Good luck. Goldark K is next. Block and wrestle witches. 3 blodge blitzers, 1 with nothing, and then a runner with leader, lineman filling it out. So the leader brings you up to 3 rerolls. There's no apothecary. It's an interesting build. I don't actually mind it that much. I think the block and wrestle is really nice. The leader on the runner giving you the 3 rerolls is good, as we talked about just now. Dark Elves with extra rerolls is always a scary prospect. So yeah, best of luck. Grant 85 now. Again, it's 3 blitzers with dodge, Witch Elf with block and wrestle, Dark Elf runner with leader, lineman. It's exactly the same build. Grant 85. Good luck. Grim Horus now. So we've got some linemen, we've got 4 dodge blitzers, we've got the double assassin, we've got the runner and only 1 witch. So opting for the runner over a witch. Really interesting build. So he does get the double assassin in, but only 1 witch. No wrestle there. Really, it's an interesting choice. 2 rerolls and 1 assistant coach. So no Apo. You've got a lot of armor 7 again on the pitch, but a lot of speed there as well, and a lot of blodge that you can trust in. So yeah, it'd be fascinating to see how this one gets on. And I love the name Grim Horus. Awesome stuff. Howling Griffin, another coach who knows what they're doing with Dark Elves, and it's some dodge blitzers, 1 with nothing, wrestle and block witches, dodge assassin, another assassin as well, 2 rerolls and an apothecary. This is my favourite build of Dark Elves in this current meta, but I would be making it 4 Dark Elf blitzers with dodge and a double wrestle witch. But yeah, love the build, and Howling Griffin knows exactly what he's doing. Good luck. And Joe Manji up next with exactly the same build as we've just seen with Howling Griffin there. Really like this build. We got the dodge assassin there. Yeah, fantastic. And in the hands of Joe Manji, I can only see this doing exceptionally well. Kayleen, so close to getting the Hellboy approved build here. So close. But opting for the double block Witch Elf, no apothecary, instead going for 3 rerolls. So it's kind of an all-out assault here. But with 6 blodge and 2 assassins. Gosh, you gotta love it. Lionhouse next with the double wrestle Witch Elf. I love it. The 4 dodge blitzers, lineman, a runner, and then an assassin. So opting for the runner over the assassin could have fitted it all in with the build there of 2 rerolls and an apothecary. Will we see the Hellboy seal of approval on the Dark Elf? We're so close. We are so close. Yeah, really good luck. Have fun. Apologies for this coach name pronunciation. Malawi Sleechid, I think that's how we say it, has brought the 4 dodge blitzers, gone for the double Witch Elf, but only taken wrestle on 1, so a Witch Elf with nothing. Really interesting. So it's taking the double Witch Elf, but going for no skill on one of them. The leader runner to get an extra reroll, lineman to fill out, so it's 3 rerolls with the leader. Interesting choice there with no skill on the Witch Elf, but loving the rest of the build. Have fun. Michael Jones, Team Wales player, so close to nearly there. But again, going for the 3 rerolls, no Apo, the double assassin build, and this time it's a block and a wrestle witch. So all the skills falling where I would have put them. But as I say, I would have done something slightly different: 2 rerolls, 1 and an apothecary if I was playing Dark Elves at this event. But yeah, love the build, and Michael, fantastic with the Dark Elves. So good luck. Mr. Mezcal now with 3 dodge blitzers, a blitzer with nothing, 2 Witch Elves, block and wrestle, the leader runner to make 3 rerolls. Yeah, we've seen it before. Good luck. Have fun. And Orklabe here bringing the tackle on the blitzer this time. So we've got 3 dodge blitzers, and then the 4th one gets tackle. Very interesting. So you've got a tackle piece, and you've got the 2 frenzy with the witches, 1 having block, 1 having wrestle. So playing maybe a bit more into the meta. Lineman to fill out, going for the 2 rerolls, and the 4 assistant coaches has somehow fallen short though on the amount here. You are 40k short. So gosh, I do hope that doesn't come back to bite, because that could have been 3 assistant coaches and an Apo, or 3 assistant coaches and an extra reroll there. So yeah, somehow the maths has gone slightly wrong here on this build. So yeah, fingers crossed that doesn't come back to hurt, as you are running 40k short. But really interesting to opt for the tackle on this build. Pete W. The build that I love, the double assassin, block and wrestle, witch elves, 3 dodge blitzers, blitzer with nothing, dodge assassin. He knows what he's doing. If he's taking the dodge assassin, maybe I'm wrong. Right, maybe I'm wrong. Pete W knows his Dark Elves. He knows his NAF champs. The 2 rerolls in the Apothecary, though, love that bit on the build. Yeah, Pete, you're going to have a cracking tournament again. I am sure of it. And in comes Purple Chest, the man with the 3rd best voice in Blood Bowl, behind El Duderino and Dr. Hellboy. Of course, Hell and El, the commentary team. But Purple Chest bringing Dark Elves, and Purple Chest on Dark Elves is something you do not want to run into. So, gone for the 3 dodge blitzers, blitzer with nothing. The double wrestle witch elf, I love it, PC. 1 assassin, Dark Elf Runner with Leader, brings it up to 3 rerolls and an Apothecary, and coming in 5k under this year. So yeah, good to see within the limits there. 5k under because of the assassin, only going for the 1 assassin. Yeah, all good. And PC on Dark Elves, I hope you have a stunning tournament, buddy. Shartman is next. It's a block and a wrestle witch elf. It's 4 blodge Dark Elf blitzers. It's lineman all the rest of the way. It's 2 rerolls, an assistant coach, smack on 1150. Yeah, brilliant stuff, and have a great tournament. And finally, Stripey Dave, going for the same build as we saw earlier with El Duderino. 4 dodge blitzers, a block and a wrestle witch elf, a runner, some linemen, and then 2 rerolls. It's going to be a good one. So that brings us to the end of the Dark Elves, and like the Amazons, I think we're seeing some very similar splits on camps. The main thing is taking the 4 blitzers and the witches, and then it's a case of, are you taking assassins or not? The skills are pretty standard across the board. There's a couple of quirky ones in there, but the majority of the builds are incredibly similar, same as the Amazons, and exactly the same premise from me as with the Amazons. I would imagine that Dark Elves are going to be right up there in the top, certainly in the top 10, definitely in the top 25 races at this tournament. And yeah, good luck to everyone. And from Dark Elves, we now move into Dwarves. So Ash, 1986, starting us off with 4 Guard and 2 Mighty Blow on Troll Slayers. 2 Blitzers with nothing interesting. Normally we would see Guard on Blitzers to be a little bit more mobile. But yeah, 2 Slayers, 2 Blitzers, 2 Runners with nothing. That's 4 rerolls on the Dwarves, so 4 reroll Dwarves and a dedicated fans. Yeah, it's pretty solid. The double Troll Slayers obviously means there might be, with both of them having the skill as well, you're going to want to field them both. So there is going to be maybe a little less armor value on the pitch than you would normally expect. But yeah, solid skill choices, solid build. Up next is Big Dan, and again it's the double Mighty Blow Troll Slayer, 2 Guard on the Blitzers this time, as we said a moment ago. Dwarf Runner with block, yep, that's absolutely fine, and then 1 Dwarf Lineman with Guard, running 3 rerolls and an Apothecary as well, probably just for those random KOs and any chip that comes in, you can always Apo that, and then the Assistant Coach to round it out. Nice build. Dog Lowbro is up next, and we see double Troll Slayer with nothing, and then we see a Tackle Blitzer, so really wanting to go anti-meta here. So with all the undead, all the lizard, all the Amazon, all the Dark Elf and Wood Elf teams that we see, yeah, really going anti and Stunty obviously going anti meta here with Tackle on another player. Blitzer with Guard, Runner with Block, Runner with Wrestle. Very interesting to use one of your skills there on Wrestle as well. And then 2 Linemen with Guard. To round us out, it's 4 rerolls and an Assistant Coach. Yep, pretty solid and very, very anti-meta. Gegster up next, and Gegster taking 2 Troll Slayers, 1 with Mighty Blow, 2 Guard Blitzers, runners with nothing, and 3 Guard Linemen, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach, and an apothecary. Gegster knows what he's doing, top quality coach. I would imagine this roster does really, really well. Gromit 6909 now, 2 runners with nothing, 2 blitzers again with nothing, 2 troll slayers with nothing, and instead it is 6 guard dwarf linemen, every lineman having guard. Again, only 1 loom band colour required, 4 rerolls. I love it. I love a good guard spam dwarf team. Have fun, Gromit. And with a coach name like Grumbly Dwarf, he couldn't be playing anything other than dwarves. It's a dwarf runner with block and a dwarf runner with wrestle. We've seen that already. Blitzers with nothing. Really interesting that there's a trend here with blitzers with no skills. 2 troll slayers with nothing. 3 guard linemen and then a kick lineman. I never thought I'd see the day when we saw kick on a 6 skill dwarf team, but we've got here now. There's 3 rerolls. A keg, so those KOs that can happen on dwarves, obviously with thick skull, KOs are a lot less likely to happen, so opting for the keg rather than the Apo is an interesting choice, and a cheerleader rather than a coach as well. So yeah, really interesting build, but Grumbly Dwarf living up to his name. And then it's Guinness now. So Guinness bringing the double Troll Slayer, the double Guard Blitzer, more what we would expect. 2 runners, both with block. So presumably that means both are going to be on the pitch on both drives, because you don't want to be not fielding a skilled player. And then 2 linemen with guard. But the big one here is the Death Roller. We love to see it, although you can't take the bribe. You love to see the Death Roller in there. 2 rerolls, an assistant coach. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Hellbent Ginger now. It's a dwarf runner with block, a blitzer again with tackle. Really interesting to see the tackle spam coming in, anti-meta, and a strip ball dwarf blitzer. So those teams without sure hands, watch out. There is a strip ball blitzer running around. 2 troll slayers with nothing, a guard lineman, and a stand firm lineman, causing problems then for teams as they try to break through. Some more linemen and a runner with nothing there. 4 rerolls, so with the strip ball and a tackle, dodging on a 3 with the rerolls to put in there, I could see this one giving some teams a really, really hard time. So good luck, Hellbent Ginger. Bit more of a standard build here from Hobbsy17. Death Roller, love to see it. Mighty Blow Slayer, Slayer with nothing. 2 blitzers, again no guard blitzers. Really, really surprising to see a lack of guard on the blitzers this year. 2 runners with block. Guard on the lineman. 2 rerolls. No assistant coach. That is over budget though by quite a lot. I wonder how that's managed to occur. Something is adding up too high. We are 70k over, so presumably one of those linemen has to drop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Was that really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players. Okay, so 13 players. So it needs to drop to 12, and then you'll get the amount correct. So worth checking there, Hobbsy17. If you see this one, worth checking, because that roster is currently oversubscribed, over budget there. But that's why it's good to check your opponent's rosters before you start the match, and I strongly recommend you do so at NAF Champs. But yeah, Hobbsy, get that roster legal and then have a fantastic tournament. Ichigo Kutu now with 2 dwarf runners with block, a blitzer with guard, and a blitzer with guard, love it. The Mighty Blow Slayer, Slayer with nothing, 1 guard lineman, 4 rerolls, standard, solid build. Look forward to seeing you there. Ironhard Stu going in with the Death Roller here. 2 strip ball troll slayers. Wow! I never thought I'd see strip ball on a dwarf team again. Same as I never thought I'd see kick. But we've now had 3 strip balls and 2 are on the same team, and blitzers with tackle and a kick lineman. This is absolutely blown my mind. No guard on the dwarf team, no mighty blow on the dwarf team, a block runner, a death roller. Oh, I would love to run into this team just to have the mental struggle to play against it, because normally you'd be expecting the guard on the dwarf teams, but wow, wow, double tackle, double strip ball, and kick on the dwarf lineman. I hope you have a really fun tournament, Ironhard Stew. I really hope you have a great time, and that is a really wacky build. Jip here after that crazy build. Jip coming back to basics. It's 5 guard and a block, and the guards are on linemen and both blitzers, 1 troll slayer. Yeah, we feel like we know where we're at now, don't we? This is what we'd expect from a dwarf build here. 3 rerolls, an assistant coach, some dedicated fans, and an apothecary. Yeah, very strong, solid build here from Jip. Very different to the one we saw just now from Ironhard Stew. Good luck, Jip. Nice to see you there, buddy. Schoolie B also going a lot more traditional, double troll slayer, guard blitzers, runner with block, guard lineman, and then a mighty blow lineman, meaning you got tackle mighty blow. Okay, it's only movement 4, but you do have a tackle mighty blow to tackle those stunties and knock them down, and also the elves as well. 4 rerolls means you can fish for those greedy rerolls, look for the sacks when you need to. Yeah, really good build. SES Sam now, Team Wales coach as well. So a couple of dwarf runners with nothing. Guard blitzers, love it. Double mighty blow troll slayer. Guard lineman. 3 rerolls. Apothecary. Very good build. SES Sam likes his Norse, likes his frenzy on his orcs as well. So not surprised to see the double troll slayer and the double mighty blow. Yeah, no, really should do well, and a really good coach. Up next is Stunties, strangely not playing one of the Stunty teams, instead going for a dwarf team. So we got 3 guard linemen, 1 block runner, a mighty blow blitzer, and no skill on the other blitzer, again, skillless blitzers, and then a mighty blow troll slayer. You've got 3 rerolls, an apothecary, and a coach. Yep, it's got the skills that we'd expect, not necessarily in the right order, but have fun. And the final of the dwarf teams, this way up. Block runner, runner with nothing, double guard blitzer, mighty blow slayer, couple of guard linemen. This is a lot more what I would be expecting. 3 rerolls, an apothecary, and a dedicated fans. Good, solid build. And have fun with your dwarves, guys. And it is the first of the Elven Union builds now, and the first of our star players. So Jordell Freshbreeze is joining the Elven Union of Alabama Crayons. So Alabama going for a dodge blitzer and a tackle blitzer, so aware of the meta with lots of dodge teams, a leader thrower to bump up those rerolls, and a sure hands thrower for the pickup. Bunch of linemen, because you can't fit any catches in, it seems, when you're wanting to put Jordell in. So very strange to not see any catches. But with a star player, anything can happen. Couple of rerolls, making it three rerolls. No apothecary, so quite light on players. Rounded out, but yeah, great to see a star player. Great to see Jordell hitting the AstroTurf, and let's hope for all the best for Alabama. Have a great tournament. Catty Bree now with a slightly more traditional build. Double dodge blitzer. 2 catchers with dodge, leader thrower with nothing, couple of block linemen, so a good spread of skills there. 3 rerolls, no apothecary. This is more what I would be expecting from Elven Union, so it'll be interesting to see how Canterbury gets on compared to Alabama. And little Yoshi now going with the Elven Union, the double dodge blitzer, and then a strip ball catcher. So choosing to put 1 skill on a catcher, and it's not dodge or wrestle. Instead, it's strip ball. Then 2 catchers with nothing, using the secondary skill to get a guard lineman, and then going for 3 wrestle linemen. So a really different kind of build here. So you can maybe get players on the floor, pop the ball, and then run off with one of the blitzers perhaps. So yeah, and 4 rerolls. So going to be a very aggressive playstyle, I'd imagine, here from little Yoshi 1979. So yeah, good luck, and hopefully you get some really good aggressive Elven Union games. Mr. Battenberg now bringing a thrower with leader, a thrower with nothing, a catcher with dodge, and a catcher with wrestle. So that's a bit more typical what we'd expect to see. And then 2 blitzers, one with strip ball, one with tackle, no dodge. So the Union blitzers are often given dodge because they come with sidestep and block. So normally you'd have a block sidestep piece, but choosing instead to go for tackle and strip ball to try and get the ball off the players. Then a sneaky get lineman and a kick lineman. So again, a really eclectic mix of skills coming in there. Again, it could be a really aggressive build here. And with 3 rerolls making 4 with the leader, you've got the rerolls to be aggressive. So yeah, I would imagine that these Elven Union builds are going to be going all out. Raging 82 now, former Team Ireland captain. So Raging going for the 2 dodge blitzers, quite typical. Couple of block catchers, couple of wrestle catchers. Interesting, might have seen a dodge there, but like the build. A thrower with leader to get the extra reroll, and then a bunch of linemen. So it's only 3 rerolls with leader on this build, but you do get some assistant coaches to hopefully get another one, and a cheerleader as well. Comes in 5k under budget, but that's all fine. Yep, Raging an excellent coach, and with all those catchers running around, a huge amount of speed on the table. So yeah, best of luck, Raging. Have a good one. And finally, it's Touchdown, who might be looking for most touchdowns here with a build with lots of dodge. So we've got a Union thrower with leader, couple of dodge blitzers, dodge catcher, wrestle catcher, and a strip ball catcher, kind of amalgamating all those builds that we saw into one here. A thrower with no additional skills, and then a lineman with kick to place the ball where he wants on the kickoff with a bit more accuracy. Couple of rerolls there. Leader makes 3, assistant coaches, and an Apo. So yeah, these Elven Union builds, all of them ever so slightly different, but all of them could be really, really aggressive. So yeah, I hope all of you have a fantastic tournament. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how these Elven Union builds get on. On to Stunty now, and it's not a Gnoblin. It's oh dear, we've blipped out here. It's not a goblin. It's a gnome, and you've been gnomed. So here we go. We're into the Stunties, into the gnomes. Let's have a look. So Chicken 23 kicking us off. With double guard Treeman, 2 foxes with no additional skills, the Beastmasters both with dodge, and 1 illusionist, then a bunch of dodge here on the lineman, and then more guard. So bringing 6 guard gnomes with the Beastmasters. Wow, that is a heck of a lot of guard. Couple more linemen, and then Maple Highgrove, brand new star player. Really great to see on the table. You've got 3 rerolls, and then a keg to round it all out. Oh, what an exciting build! Wow, after all the other builds we've seen, it's great to start seeing some stunties, because now we're going to start seeing the star players flooding in and the quirky builds coming. So yeah, really good luck, Chicken. Chuck Dread is next, and again it's Maple coming in. This time we've got a Treeman with block and a Treeman with no skills, 2 Beastmasters with dodge, an Illusionist with dodge, 2 Foxes, no extra skills, and then Lineman here, and the secondary skill is being given as guard again. So lots of guard on the gnome teams, 3 rerolls, Apothecary. Yep, really nice build. Another difficult coach name here, potentially DG Chic Fuge, bringing gnomes. So this is more what we would expect from a gnome build, I think. We've got linemen all with dodge, so all the linemen have dodge. The Beastmasters and the Illusionists don't, which is interesting. Treeman with no skills, and then 2 foxes with jump up. Wow, so loads of jump up all over the place, a bunch of dodge, maybe not quite where we'd expect it, but we would expect to see lots of dodge. And then that's 7 rerolls. Wow, no star player, but going for 7 reroll gnomes. That is terrifying. An assistant coach as well, maybe to squeeze the 8th out of it. Yeah, wow. Best of luck, DG. And now it's Dizzy Best. Dizzy going for Acorn the Squirrel. We don't worship corn, we worship Acorn. Great to see the squirrel making it to the table. Couple of guard treemen, Guard Beastmasters, Guard Illusionists, the two of them really, not Guard, sorry, Dodge Beastmasters, Dodge Illusionists, lovely to see both of them. Foxes with nothing, Guard on the lineman there as well, so no Dodge coming through on the lineman, plenty of rerolls though, an assistant, a couple of assistant coaches and a cheerleader as well. Yeah, Dizzy loves the gnomes, she's going to have a great tournament and it'll be lovely to see you, Dizzy. Gnome, almost like been waiting for gnomes to be released, perhaps, not sure. A couple of dodge linemen, couple of guard linemen, treeman with nothing, sidestep illusionist. So interesting to go for sidestep with the illusionist, because the illusionist obviously can move square before being hit and then can now sidestep afterwards, so that's really going to tax the brain. Game 6 at NAF Champs, that's going to be a fun one to play against. Illusionist with dodge, Beastmaster with dodge, no skills on the foxes, and then Kara Von Kill. Only 3 rerolls, but Carla doing excellent work, I am sure. Yeah, nice build here, and that sidestep, really interesting choice there. Good luck, Gnome. Hutch now, and Hutch going for the double guard treeman, 1 illusionist with no skill, 2 dodge beastmasters, 2 foxes, dodge guard. It's pretty build we're seeing quite a lot because Maple is tucked in there at the bottom, 3 rerolls and an apothecary. Yeah, Maple gonna be the shining star hopefully for these gnome teams. Mark 440 coming in with double guard trees, double dodge beastmaster, foxes with nothing, dodge illusionist this time, guard lineman, dodge lineman and Maple again, and opting for the 4 rerolls and no apo, so quite like that, and like going in all in with the rerolls. Really like the dodge on the illusionist, so yeah, good luck Mark. Phil 78, 2 treemen with nothing, 2 beastmasters with dodge, 2 foxes with nothing, 2 illusionists with dodge, then dodge all the way through. This is the gnome build, really, isn't it? So not opting for any secondaries, instead choosing to use primaries for all the skills, and then Carla Von Kill as the star player. So yeah, really nice to see all that dodge spam. That's a gnome team for sure, and 3 rerolls to round it all out. Good luck, Phil. And Sandwich up next. Similar kind of build. Double dodge Beastmasters, no dodge on the illusionists. Bunch of linemen with dodge. Grombrindle, fantastic choice for gnome teams. Grombrindle, the white dwarf. Couple of foxes. Treeman with both with block. So good to. Good blitzing options as well. Grombrindle also allocating additional skills to players around him. And then 4 rerolls and some assistant coaches to hopefully steal some more rerolls as well. So yeah, good luck, Sandwich. SJ Apai going for a fox with nothing, some linemen, Beastmaster with diving tackle. Wow, wouldn't be expecting that one. Would have gone for dodge over diving tackle myself, but really interesting to see diving tackle. Guard treeman, couple of illusionists with sidestep again. Really fascinating to see sidestep coming in. Fox with sprint to give that little bit of extra movement for the 1 turns. Kick on a lineman is really interesting as well. Another diving tackle Beastmaster. So curious here, diving tackle and sidestep over the dodge there. So there's no dodge on this gnome team, bar what the foxes bring naturally. Treeman with guard again, and then Rodney Roachbait as the star player this time. Love to see a bit of Rodney. Good bunch of rerolls, 5 rerolls there, assistant coaches and a dedicated fans. Yeah, really interesting, really fascinated to see how this diving tackle and sidestep combination will work. And clearly the fox is the one that's going to be carrying the ball, the one with sprint, to make its way through the lines on a 2+. Right, best of luck. Skitters now opting for the using the secondary skills as pro on the treeman. So pro really good because obviously you can use them to reroll the take root or any failed rushes with pro as well. Beastmaster with dodge, both of them. 2 illusionists with dodge. 1 fox, only 1 fox. Wow, that feels quite brave. But I guess they are trying to squeeze in Maple here, and 4 rerolls, couple of more dodge linemen. So yeah, really interesting build. Only 1 fox feels a bit vulnerable possibly, but the pro treeman really like that, and Maple again as well. The bunny is up next, and the bunny going for a block tree and a guard tree, 2 dodge Beastmasters, an illusionist with dodge, and an illusionist with leader to get an extra reroll. Interesting choice there. 2 foxes, a strip ball lineman, so wrestle strip ball, love it, and then a sneaky git for some fouling. Maple rounds out the build, 3 rerolls. Yep, it's got Maple, it's got some quirky skills in there, but I like it a lot. So good luck, the bunny. And the final gnome team is Waldorf. Waldorf going for the double block tree, the double foxes, the Beastmasters with dodge, the illusionists with dodge, the lineman with dodge, very standard build. And then Rowana Forestfoot coming in as well. Fantastic to see such an eclectic mix of star players being brought for the gnome teams. First time they featured in NAF Champs, and it's excellent to see them having a really good outing. I hope everyone who plays the gnomes has an absolutely wonderful time, and if you've never played against gnomes, you're in for a fun time, but do make sure that your opponent explains the way that they work to you before you start the game, as there are a few gotcha moments that can catch you out. And it's not a gnome, instead it's a goblin this time, and we're continuing the stunty, and we are starting with Battle Puppy. So we've already had Son of Battle Puppy, and Battle Puppy is here today. So Battle Puppy's gone for 2 trolls, both with Brawler, then a Loony with Dodge, a Fanatic with Brawler as well, the Pogoer with Sure Hands, an Hooligan with Sneaky Git, a Goblin lineman with Leader, and then another Goblin with Sneaky Git. So lots of fouling on the cards, and then lurking at the bottom here is Fungus the Loon. So good fun build here. Only the 1 reroll though, so the leader needed to make it to 2 rerolls, and then an apothecary and a lot of bribes, all the bribes. So great to see goblins featuring here. And hope they go really well for Battle Puppy. Just an amendment to Battle Puppy's roster as well here. I am slightly concerned by this 300 K here, because goblins should be getting bribes at 50k each, not 100k. So not quite sure how that's been worked out there. Not quite sure why that's come in at that value there, as I think there should be another 150k to play with, which might change the way that Battle Puppy goes for their build. So yeah, interesting to see if that does actually add up to that. So worth checking if you do see this Battle Puppy, or if someone knows Battle Puppy, worth checking this one, because yeah, that it might be that you end up with you might be only coming in at 1,000 TV right now. An amendment to the amendment, which I've just said. I've just put it through a team creator, and it does come out as 115. It's just for some reason the display here on this tableau is showing the bribes as 300, but the maths is correct. So it is 150k for that. It's just a visual bug, it seems. So yes, no need to worry, Battle Puppy. Your roster is legal, and you've done the right thing. And yeah, hope you have a smashing tournament with the goblins. Flux Pack up next, and we've got a Pro Troll and a Brawler Troll. A Pogo with Sure Hands, Fanatic with Mighty Blow, Loony with Dodge, Hooligan with Sneaky Git, of course, a Doom Diver. You never see Doom Divers anymore. 1 with Dodge, and then a Sidestep Lineman. Fungus is again the star. Few more rerolls this time. Only 2 bribes. Okay, so yeah, interesting to see, and yeah, you never see a Doom Diver, so I hope you have a fantastic tournament, and that the Doom Diver scores lots and lots of touchdowns. Gazman 84, Troll with Guard, bunch of linemen with nothing, another Troll with Guard, a Loony with Dodge, a Fanatic with nothing, Scrapper Sorehead, an Hooligan with no skills, and a Pogoer with block. So that is a lot of skills missing, but only one star player. So yeah, I've been looking into this one. Gazman84, it seems you're down quite a few skills, so you might want to get in touch with someone and see if you can add those additional skills in. It may also be another visual bug. I'm not quite sure on this. But yeah, worth checking that you do have the right number of skills, as only having 1 star player still entitles you to a few more skills on this roster. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic tournament and great to see Scrapper feature as a star player. Goblin Insane, playing goblins. Gosh, I love it when the coaches' names match up to the rosters that they're playing. So we've got 2 trolls with guard, we've got an hooligan with sneaky git, a block fanatic, very good, a dodge loony, pogo with sure hands, sneaky git lineman, sprint lineman, and then fungus the loon is the star player. Few rerolls, a biased referee. Oh, love to see a biased referee, and some bribes. Yeah, great little roster there. Good luck, Goblin Insane. Half a brain now, block troll, guard troll, loony with nothing, hooligan with sneaky git, block goblin, sure feet goblin, sidestep goblin, and a diving tackle goblin. It's goblins all over the place with loads of different skills, and Glart is the star player. Love a bit of Glart. Couple of rerolls, couple of bribes, really nice roster. Yeah, could be interesting to see how people get through those trolls and Glart. Really nice roster. Stratford bringing the bomber with pass, the fanatic with mighty blow, the loony with dodge, the hooligan with sneaky git, a lineman with sure hands, couple of linemen with sidestep, train troll with the leader being a bit of a leader caddy here. Only 1 troll because you've got the second troll, Ripper, coming in. Love to see Ripper. 1 reroll, the leader makes it 2, couple of bribes. Oh, it's such a great to see so many quirky star players hitting the tables with these stunty teams. And good luck, Stratford. Vodkatron up next. Leader troll, block troll, mighty blow fanatic, dodge loony, hooligan sneaky git, pogoer with sure feet for those rushes, the sneaky git lineman, sidestep lineman, and fungus again the star player of choice. Couple of rerolls, 3 bribes. Fantastic. Good luck, Vodkatron. And it's Vulture Squadron that rounds us out with a double guard train troll, a bomber with accurate, the Doom Diver with catch for the 1 turn, 2 block goblin linemen, fanatic with mighty blow, hooligan with sneaky git, not gone for a star player in this build, instead opting for the 3 rerolls, couple of bribes. Yeah, it's clear that the bomber and then the Doom Diver throw are the plays. I hope they work for you, Vulture Squadron. Up next is Fearicon, and unfortunately the skills aren't showing on this roster, so I do hope that you have skills. You've taken skills. 2 treemen, 2 hefty, 2 catchers, lineman, Rumbelow is a star player, few rerolls, and the Master Chef, of course. Yeah, lovely build. But yeah, I hope you do actually have skills that need to be added onto the roster. Gerbil, Pork Hopper now, a grab treeman, an accurate treeman, presumably for throwing the halflings, a sure hands hefty, very interesting, as hefties cannot be thrown, I believe, a defensive hefty, the sidestep catchers, 2 of those, and 2 sneaky git linemen, a Carla Von Kill as a star player, couple of rerolls, a few rerolls, and then a Master Chef as well as a Bloodwiser Keg. So yeah, good luck with that, and hope those throw teammates go really well for you. And it's a double star player build here from Lat Might. So we've got a catcher with sure feet, a treeman with block, a treeman with brawler, and a sneaky git halfling. But the main thing down at the bottom is Ivar Eriksson and Maple Highgrove as the 2 star players. 1 reroll, but the Master Chef as well, hoping to entice some rerolls out of the opposition team. 2 star players, you love to see it. Ivar featuring for the first time as well. Brilliant stuff. Loose Goose also going for the double star player, but this time it's Maple and Puggy. And with them are a guard treeman, a block treeman, a diving tackle lineman, and a sneaky git lineman. 3 rerolls and a Master Chef as well. So lots more rerolls than the previous build. No catchers. So yeah, really bare bones kind of roster. But Maple and Puggy there to do the business. Good luck. Monkey Rage also double stacking the stars, and it's Mighty Zug and Maple Highgrove. Hefty being the leader caddy this time. Lineman 1 with Sneaky Git. Guard Treeman, Block Treeman, 1 reroll, 2 with the leader and the chef as well. Good luck, Monkey Rage. And finally, Yoshi Jr. bringing the halflings. We've got the lineman with block, the lineman with sneaky git, lineman with sure feet, 2 of those, 2 linemen with sprint. So lots of running around, lots of rushes will be made, I'm sure. A guard treeman, a block treeman, no star player, instead plenty of rerolls, loads of rerolls, and a master chef as well. Have a great time, Yoshi Jr. On to the High Elves now, and it's Bogey 105 kicking us off with the double dodge blitzers, the 2 wrestle catchers, dodge catcher, leader thrower, guard lineman, utilising that secondary skill there. Few rerolls with the leader as well, and then the apothecary rounding it all out. Really nice build. Yeah, pretty standard elf build. Should do absolutely fine. But if you want to know what High Elves can do and how you should be playing them, look no further than G. Coleman 76. G. Coleman going for the thrower with dodge, 2 catchers with wrestle, 2 blitzers with dodge, bunch of linemen, 1 gets block. There's an additional dodge catcher there at the bottom, few rerolls, and a dedicated fans. So yeah, G. Coleman up there with one of the ones that I would imagine does really, really well at the tournament this year. Myrmidon here breaking the trend, and we see a frenzy blitzer and a tackle blitzer, so leaning into that anti-meta kind of build there, and then 2 dodge catchers, a wrestle catcher, thrower with leader, and a lineman with kick. Again, another kick piece coming in. Couple of rerolls here, a few rerolls, and an assistant coach. Yeah, looks like a really interesting build. Frenzy to push the sidelines, and the tackle to deal with all the dodge that's around. But then the catcher's kind of built in a more traditional way. Yeah, could be really dangerous for some teams. Salandra now bringing High Elves, 2 dodge blitzers, a thrower with kick, the full 4 catchers, all with dodge, so lots of dodging around, and kick to put the ball where you want it at the beginning. Some rerolls, an apothecary as well, so ready to appo any of those players that do get injured or KO'd. Yeah, looks like a really solid build. Lots of speed on there with the catchers. Just hope the armor holds up, and good luck, Salandra. And the final High Elf team is Spleggy. So Spleggy's bringing a leader thrower, 2 blitzers with dodge, 2 catchers with dodge, a catcher with wrestle, a lineman with guard, opting to use that secondary skill for guard. Just a couple of rerolls with the leader, making the 3rd one. An assistant coach, but the apothecary is where the reroll's gone into as well, so can use that to do the power appo or appo an injury there. Spleggy, really great coach. Looking forward to seeing you, and yeah, good luck. Onto the human teams, and Captain Conway is starting us off with a block ogre, 2 mighty blow blitzers, a tackle blitzer, a frenzy blitzer, a block catcher with nothing, and then a dirty player lineman, bunch of linemen, halfling hopeful as well, few rerolls, and then an assistant coach there. But this does look like this one has either got a visual problem, or it's or you're out by 100k there. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't quite know what's going on with this at the moment. It might be that it's a visual from Tableau, or it might be that there's a miscalculation here. I'm sure Mike Davies is looking into it. But yeah, really interesting build to go with the double mighty blow and the tackle and the frenzy. So all of those stacking together. No guard on the human team. Really interesting choice. Pretty scary though, because if all that fires, yeah, an elf team could be in some big trouble there. So yeah, good luck, Captain Conway. And it's a star player build here with Cerberus/Yantz getting a pro ogre, a halfling hopeful, 2 guard blitzers and a tackle blitzer. I don't mind a tackle blitzer at all on a human team. Double catchers, thrower, couple of linemen, and Carla von Kill as the star player. Couple of rerolls there. Yeah, really nice to see Carla come back in, and yeah, she can do really, really well on a human team. So yeah, best of luck with that one. DT with maybe a more standard human build with 4 guard blitzers, a block thrower, 2 catchers with no skill, another guard ogre, and a human lineman with guard as well. So 6 guard there and a block thrower. Few rerolls, some assistant coaches, and an apothecary, and a keg. So lots of guard, and hopefully lots of players sticking around on the field, even if they get KO'd as well. So yeah, fantastic, and good luck, DT. Gaviola bringing Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, as a star player this time, with a strip ball blitzer, a blodge blitzer with giving one of them dodge. That's really interesting to see, to use the skill there. An on the ball thrower, hopefully for the one turns, I would imagine, and then a catcher with block, throw with nothing, catcher with nothing as well. Bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, no Apo, but Grombrindle, really interesting choice for the human team there. Can be giving out skills to maybe the blitzers. So yeah, fascinating stuff, and great to see so many star players featuring on human teams. Kiowas coming in now with a Frenzy Blitzer, 2 guard blitzers to support that Frenzy, blitzer with nothing, throw with nothing, 2 block catchers, block ogre, and a lineman with kick. There's a halfling hopeful down at the bottom for the one turn or the fouling. Few rerolls, assistant coach, cheerleader, and dedicated fan, splitting it out like it's 2016 again. Yeah, very nice build. Like the Frenzy and like the guard support there as well. Yeah, best of luck. Nomad here, clearly aware of the dodge meta. So we've got an ogre with blocks, lineman, catcher with block, and a halfling. Another catcher with block, then 2 tackle blitzers and 2 guard blitzers. I think 1 tackle is good. A bit surprised to see 2 tackle, but I guess if you run into elves, you might, or Amazons, you might well be grateful for that later on. So who am I to say whether it's right or wrong? But yeah, 2 tackle there, 2 throwers with nothing, and 4 rerolls for the humans as well. So it can be really aggressive. No Apo though, and yeah, good luck Nomad. Novelty Boy, and are they bringing a novel human build? Well, let's have a look. So we've got a human thrower with no skill, a block catcher, and a wrestle catcher. That's pretty novel. Then we've got some guard blitzers, some linemen, and an ogre with block, 3 rerolls, an apothecary, and assistant coach. Yeah, really solid build there. The wrestle catcher might be able to do some uphill sacks or sacking on the strength 2 pieces as well. So yeah, don't hate that at all. Yeah, nice little build. Good luck. Perdindas now, we see 3 guard blitzers and a tackle blitzer, human throw with block, catcher with block, ogre with block, bunch of linemen, couple of halflings, really nice build this one, 4 rerolls and an Apo. Yeah, I'm liking this build. I think this is a really nice build. Lots of stability, lots of strength there, and yeah, could go really well. So yeah, best of luck. Rainbow Dash now, throw with nothing, double guard blitzer, tackle blitzer, mighty blow blitzer, 2 block catchers, a bunch of linemen, halfling hopeful, 2 of those, and an ogre with block, 4 rerolls, so can be aggressive as well. I like this spread, double guard, tackle, and mighty blow. I think that feels really nice and balanced for what you might be facing over the weekend, and the block ogre as well. Yeah, good, really good build, and yeah, have fun, Rainbow Dash. It's the nicest man in Blood Bowl. It's Rick Reckless. Now, Rick talked to me about various builds that he was going for, and it's interesting to see that he's opted for the human build in the end. So it's no skill on the ogre. It's 3 guard blitzers. It's a catcher with break tackle, meaning that dodges are a little bit easier on 1 dodge. Another catcher, bunch of linemen, halfling hopeful, and Maple. So Maple featuring here in the human team. So there's lots of Maples around, but she's not been on the human teams before. So yeah, if anyone can make it work, Rick Reckless certainly can. Rubik up now with a guard ogre, a bunch of guard on the blitzers, and a tackle blitzer as well, a thrower with leader, and another guard on the human lineman. So really heavy guard build coming in here for the humans. 2 catchers with no skills, lineman, halfling hopeful lineman with no skills, 3 rerolls and an apothecary. Yeah, very solid build, lots of control there. Yeah, Rubik should do very well with this one. Salty Murcut now, bunch of linemen, catcher with block, catcher with wrestle, second time we've seen that today, human thrower, 4 guard blitzers and a block ogre. It's kind of a mix of a bunch of the builds that we've seen before, Apo and rerolls and assistant coaches as well. Yeah, very solid. Should do absolutely fine. The Snake 080371 now. Block Ogre, Double Guard Blitzers, Frenzy and Mighty Blow Blitzer. Quite like that combo there. Human Thrower with nothing. 2 catchers with block, some halflings, some linemen, 3 rerolls, Keg, 3 rerolls, Keg. Keg's good here. All looking pretty great stuff. I'd say again with the human teams, we've got one more to go, but I'd say again with the human teams, we're just seeing a pretty standard build coming through, aren't we? It's just a choice of whether you're going for a star or not. And the final one is Thorin Oakenshield, Block Ogre, 4 Guard Blitzers. Wrestle Thrower is interesting, but nice to see a wrestle on the team. Catcher with block, catcher with nothing, couple of halflings, 3 rerolls, Apothecary. Yep, big tick. Excellent stuff. Good luck to everyone playing humans. Knobs, Imperial Nobility now. Artful Dodger kicks us off with an Ogre with no skills, 2 Blitzers with dodge, a Frenzy Bodyguard, and then 3 bodyguards with guard. The Frenzy interesting because with wrestle and stand firm means it can go by the sideline unless you have Juggernaut. That's not going anywhere. Then there's a bunch of linemen and a thrower with leader, bringing up the rerolls. So yeah, nice build. Really like the quirky frenzy option there with the guard as well. So yeah, that could be really good on offense where they normally struggle, the Imperial Nobility. But yeah, good luck, Arthur Dodger. Maka 1066 going maybe a little bit more traditional. Block Ogre, 4 Guard Bodyguards, a Blitzer with dodge, and then a Blitzer with tackle. Again, looking at the meta probably. Bunch of linemen, just 2 rerolls though, so quite light on the rerolls, but some assistant coaches and some dedicated fans as well to fill it out. Yeah, good luck, Maka. Pete Rob 616, Block Ogre, Bodyguards with guard, dodge and tackle, thrower with nothing. A bunch of linemen, 2 rerolls. Yeah, strong build like we saw before. Best of luck, Pete Rob. And finally, it's Sam Buckus with the Nobility, Guard Ogre, some linemen, guard bodyguards, 2 dodge blitzers, so no throwers here, and gets the extra reroll in there for free. So yeah, some different builds to the Nobility, so it'll be interesting to see which one fares best at the tournament. Good luck to you all. And now on to Khorne, which sees us hit exactly halfway of the races. So if you're stuck with me this far, keep going, guys. We're halfway through. Woo! Flip me! And we're starting off with Arknagel. Who is taken a Bloodspawn with block, a Bloodseeker with block, another one with block, and another one with block. Then there's a Mighty Blow one tucked in there. Khorngor with tackle, Khorngor with block. The additional Khorngors with no extra skills, Marauders, no Apo, couple of rerolls. So yeah, quite light on the rerolls, but you've got the block on the big guy, you've got a Mighty Blow in there, and you've got a tackle. Should do fine. Yeah, lots of fun, I am sure. Big Mace now, Bloodspawn with block, Seekers, 2 with block, 2 with guard, Khorngor with block, Khorngor with tackle, and then a bunch of Marauders. So only going for the 2 Khorngors. That does then give you some. It does give you more rerolls, an assistant coach, and some dedicated fans. So quite different build. Again, great to see block on the big guy, because that is one of the linchpins for the Khorne team. Commissioner Ref now, guard on a Bloodseeker, block on 2 of the Bloodseekers, and then no skills on the other Bloodseeker. Then a 2-heads Khorngor and the double tackle Khorngor, so clearly aware of the meta. A Marauder with Dirty Player, so this is a really aggressive team into those elf teams probably. 3 rerolls as well, and a Keg, opting for the Keg rather than the Apo. So yeah, very different, no big guy. Yeah, hopefully Commissioner Ref, you have a great one. Now it's Delusion 666, the number of the beast. 667, of course, the fact number of the beast. So, Bloodspawn with block, Bloodseeker with Mighty Blow, and Bloodseeker with claws, following in the footsteps of the Khorne god. We're getting blood for the blood god here with Mighty Blow and claws. 2 Khorngors with no skills, Marauders here to make up the numbers, but you also see a star player feature, Helmet Wolf, with the chainsaw as well, so really leaning into the violence, woken up and chose violence. 2 rerolls, an assistant coach. Gosh, if this roster fires, some of those lizard teams could be in big trouble. Jago 21 now. Bloodspawn with block. The 2 Bloodseekers with block. Bloodseeker with guard. And the 4th one also get block. 2 Korngors. Sorry, 3 Korngors. 2 get skills. 1 is kick. Interesting. And 1 is sure hands. I like the sure hands a lot. Couple of Marauders. 3 rerolls with the sure hands as well. Very nice. And 1 assistant coach. Interesting one here. Lots of control going on here. Can control where the kick goes as well. Got the reroll for the pickup. Jago, it could be a winner. Legion UK now blocking the big guy, and then block on the Bloodseekers, so lots of control here. Then a strip ball Korngor, very interesting with the Juggernaut that they have already, and then sure hands on the other one, and 2 Korngors just making up the numbers along with the Marauders. 2 rerolls, so quite light on the rerolls, but with the sure hands should be fine, and 5 block looks really solid. Good luck, Legion. And the final Khorne team is Terpy Derp. So we've got a Bloodspawn with block, block on all the Bloodseekers, a guard Korngor, a strip ball Korngor, bunch of Marauders, 3 team rerolls, a couple of assistant coaches, and a cheerleader as well. Yeah, nice, solid, strong build here. Strip ball Korngor, guard Korngor, I like them a lot. Good luck, Terpy Derp, and have fun, all of you playing Khorne. I hope your casualties are huge. On to another one of the big teams. It's the Lizards, and kicking us off is Bulldog England International. So 6 block Saurus, very standard. A Croxagore, a bunch of skinks, just ordinary skinks, and 2 rerolls. So I think we're going to see people falling into 3 camps in terms of the builds. So you can either have 2 rerolls, an Apo, or you can have a big bench, or you can take 3 rerolls, an Apo, and no bench or keg, in that occasion. Bulldog here going for one of these builds. So, yep, a little bit vulnerable if your Saurus get chipped, but good in terms of retaining numbers on the pitch. And Bulldog knows what he's doing. BB Will here playing this lizard build. I'm torn between 2 lizard builds when I play them. This is probably my second favourite, I think. The one where you just have all your TV on the pitch at the same time. Apo there as well. 3 rerolls. It's a lovely build. 6 block Saurus. Yeah, really solid. Will do very well. Bembo Baggins here, so choosing to deviate from giving skills to all the Saurus and takes a stand firm Croxagore instead. But it's the build here where we see the skinks and then a chameleon skink as well, 2 rerolls and an apothecary. So I like this build here, but stand firm over a block. It's an interesting choice. Could cause some problems for the elf teams. Good luck, Bembo. Chankas going slightly off-piste here as well. Croxagore, bunch of block Saurus, very nice. But the double chameleon skink, getting 3 rerolls and assistant coaches as well. So not going for an Apo, does get the 3 rerolls, might even get a 4th, and a couple of chameleon skinks in there as well. Bit quirky, but yeah, I could see it working. Good luck. Dalio now, so we've got a bunch of skinks, chameleon, bunch of block, Croxagore, 2 rerolls, apothecary, great build. Good luck, Dalio. Next up is Day. He's incredibly hard to beat, and he's gone for the build where you put all your TV on the pitch. 6 block Saurus, 3 rerolls, apothecary, love it. Good luck, Day. Oh look, it's me, it's Dr. Hellboy here, and I've gone for this build this year. I've gone for 6 block Saurus, Croxagore, Skink Lyman, Chameleon as well, 2 rerolls and an apothecary. I've got my reasoning behind this one. I'm hoping to have just a really good fun time, and if you watch the video and want to come and say hi, please do. It's always lovely to meet everyone. Drysfield is next, and it's exactly the same as the build that I've got here. So yeah, 6 block, it's pretty standard. I mean, we can rattle through these lizard builds here. I'm sure someone will have done something quirky, he says, hopefully. But yeah, really solid build. Good luck. Eyeball Paul going for a slightly different build, but it all adds up, and you get the assistant coach rather than the chameleon. And yeah, 6 block, very standard. Garfield going for the 6 block, the Apo, 2 rerolls, chameleon skink build. Excellent, have fun. Git Grinder got all the TV on the pitch at the same time. 4 skinks, the Apo, and 3 rerolls. Do love this build. Back in the 2016 rules, this was my go-to lizard build. Get all the TV on the pitch. I hope for everyone who's using it that it works really well this weekend. Go the Hakes is the one who's providing us with the curveball build, with the skink lineman with sneaky git, so looking to get the fouls in. 2 rerolls and an apothecary, so 5 Blocksaurus, but the sneaky git there. Wow, if it fires, we could see the removals coming from the lizard team. So yeah, thank you, Go the Hakes, for providing us with a slight deviation to the 6 block build. And Canis brings us straight back to 6 block, bunch of skinks, 3 rerolls, and apothecary. Very good. Lilac Kiwi here. Unfortunately, no skills showing on this roster. I do hope that you have added them in and that it's just an import error. But yes, it's the build where we get all the TV on the pitch at the same time. Good luck. Mini Misfit here. There are still 6 Saurus blockers. They're just spread out a little bit. That's why it looks a bit different. 2 Chameleon Skinks, loads of other skinks, and no Croxagore. So a real quirky build here with no Croxagore. Instead going for loads of skinks. So and the 3 rerolls and apothecary. So yeah, could be a faster lizard team, and hopefully it works out well. Padster now coming in with the build with no apothecary or keg, 2 rerolls, loads of skink linemen, so deep bench, and 6 Blocksaurus. Good luck, Padster. Oh, Raven Mojo bringing us a slightly different choice of skills here. So the build we've seen before, it's the same build that I've got with the 2 rerolls and the Apo and the Chameleon, but going for 4 block, a Frenzy and a Wrestlesaurus. So really interesting. Maybe a bit more of a build that's geared towards the Euro Bowl rule set in Hungary this year, where you can't take the 6 block. You can only take 4 Blocksaurus on the roster. So yeah, so slightly different, like a Frenzy Saurus. I've experimented with that before. Wrestlesaurus also experimented with before. So yeah, good luck and thank you for providing us with something totally different. And Reachies brings us back to the standard 6 block, 11 players, all the TV on the pitch. Good luck and have fun. Scouts Boy bringing the other build with 2 rerolls and apothecary and 6 Blocksaurus. Have fun, Scouts Boy. Sick as Eggs also bringing Blocksaurus, but also going for a stand firm Croxagore, probably looking to disrupt the elves and hope that they can the prehensile tail can do some work there. Sick as Eggs, really good coach though, so yeah, would imagine that this is a good tournament for him. Stripple Pow pulling us back on track with 6 Blocksaurus, 3 rerolls and an apothecary. Have fun. Taurian Beast mixing it up here with an interesting build. So we've got the Saurus with block, 5 block, a tackle 1, bunch of skinks, a chameleon, no Croxagore, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach, and an apothecary. So it's a real mismatch as to what's going on with this one. But yeah, fantastic to see. Adds a bit of variety. The Tacklesaurus will come into play obviously in the elf matchups and the Amazon matchups, but not so good against some of those dwarves that we saw earlier. But yeah, have a good one, Taurian. The Martian mixing it up for us as well. 5 block and then a guard Croxagore. So throwing a guard in there. 2 rerolls and an apothecary with the chameleon there. Have a good one, the Martian. Whoa, 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 whoa. We were nearly at the end of the lizards and Thunderfang has thrown in the best curveball that we could have seen. It's 3 Blocksaurus, 3 Saurus with no extra skills, no Croxagore, because instead it's Glottalstop coming in as the star player. 1 reroll. Wow. But when else are you going to see Glottalstop hit the pitch? Absolutely brilliant. I'm so thrilled that there's been some variety in these lizard builds because whilst I love playing lizards, doing this roster reveal, it has basically been one of 2 rosters the whole way through. So to see Glottalstop just as we approach the finish here of the lizard teams is absolutely wonderful. So thank you very much for bringing some variety to the table. And we finish the lizards with Toby B bringing a bunch of block and then a sneaky git skink as well. 2 rerolls, Apo, Croxagore in there. Yeah, excellent stuff. Hopefully that sneaky git fires in your matches. And that's the end of the lizards. Now, as I say, I love lizards, really enjoy playing them, but I can understand if people have skimmed through that section there, as it's pretty much one of two builds that we've seen. But yes, if you sit down versus a lizard team, the odds are there's at least four Saurus with block on the table coming at you. Right, on to the next race. And we move into Necromantic Horror, and we start with Andy Davo, clearly the coach in form at the moment, must be up there as one of the runners for winning this year's NAF C, as Davo has already won 6 NAF tournaments this calendar year, and we haven't even hit May yet. So Davo bringing the same roster that brought him 3rd place last year, so looking to do 2 better this year. He's got zombies, he's got ghouls, one with leader. He's got the double guard wraith, the double block werewolf, the double guard flesh golem. He needs the leader to get it up to 3 rerolls because Necro don't quite fit with the 1-1-5-0 builds. And then the extra coaches and a cheerleader as well to boot. Yeah, it's a great roster piloted by one of the best coaches in form at the moment. I would expect Davo to be finishing top 5 this year. Big McLean coming in next. It's double guard golems, double guard wraiths, a block werewolf, and then a wrestle werewolf. Interesting. Personally not a big fan of the frenzy wrestle, but I understand why. And then 2 ghoul runners with no skills and a sneaky git zombie lineman using the double skill there for sneaky git. Davo used it for leader, sneaky git here. And then we get 2 rerolls, 2 assistant coaches, and a cheerleader as well. Have fun, Big McLean. See Walt now coming in with the double block werewolf, the guard golems, the tackle wraith, and the mighty blow wraith. Not a huge fan of that. I do prefer the 4 guard on a necro team. Ghoul with nothing, ghoul with sure hands, like that a lot. Some zombies and 3 rerolls. I do like this build. It does feel very light, but I do like building for 11 here. But yeah, I would have taken slightly different skills there, but I can understand why you've gone for them. NC Ferrum now with double guard, flesh golems, block and wrestle werewolf, guard wraith, mighty blow wraith looking for some damage output, block ghoul, some zombies and 3 rerolls. So a bit of variety already in some of these builds. But yeah, as I say, I do prefer the 4 guard build, and not a huge fan of a wrestle werewolf, just because I don't like it being on the floor, particularly with the 11 player build. But hence, I hope you have a great tournament. Geminus Calvarier now with double block werewolf, flesh golem with guard, flesh golem with no skill, double guard wraith, double block ghoul runners, zombie lineman, and then 3 rerolls. I think even though the ghoul is scary to have one with no skills, I think I prefer the guard on the golem over there. But this is nearly the Hellboy seal of approval build. But yeah, it should do absolutely fine, and I hope you have a wonderful tournament. Up next is Joseph, joining Team Wales this year, and has gone for exactly the same build that Andy Davo has gone for. So yeah, really strong build. Apart from Davo's gone for a cheerleader, Joseph gone for a dedicated fans. Little difference, I think there. Yeah, should do absolutely well, and I hope you have a wonderful tournament, Joseph. Little lead person, 1 ghoul with nothing, 1 ghoul with block, 2 wraiths guard, 2 flesh golems guard, 2 werewolves with block, zombies up to make 11, 3 rerolls. Yeah, this is a great build. Hellboy seal of approval on this one. Block or wrestle on the ghoul or sure hands is absolutely fine. Yeah, I give my approval to this one. Have a good tournament, little lead person. McFaff here, deviating slightly, only going 1 ghoul, so only 3 really reliable ball carriers, all who have block. Then the golems getting 1 block with 1 and 1 with guard, 2 wraiths with guard, a bunch of zombies, and 3 rerolls with an couple of assistant coaches and a dedicated fans as well. So mixing it up a bit there, ensuring that the most valuable players all have skills there, but at the cost of another ghoul. So good luck, McFaff. Mini Morg, he can't bring Morg here this year, so he's brought Necro instead, and he gets the Hellboy seal of approval for the Necromantic build there. Good stuff, and have a great tournament. Saburo are going slightly differently with the build here. So double block Flesh Golem, double block Werewolves, Wraith with one of them only having guard, the other one having nothing. So very guard light in the builds. Lot of strength though with the block pieces, but very light on the guards. Ghoul Runner with block, Ghoul Runner with wrestle, bunch of zombies there, 2 rerolls, so quite light, but getting the 3 assistant coaches. Good luck and have fun with that one. Steery now in with the Golem with block, the double Werewolf with block, Wraith with guard, Wraith with tackle. I'm not a fan of that one, personally. Block on the Ghoul with nothing, bunch of zombies, guard Golem down here. 2 rerolls, some assistant coaches. Yep, it's a fine build. Yeah, not quite sure on the tackle Wraith. With the double Werewolves, you should be able to be fishing for powers on those blodgers, but I do understand with the meta being so heavily leaning towards elves, undead and lizards, why people will be looking for tackle on their necro teams. Unwary Sai now, bringing a star player to the Necro build. It's Wilhelm Chaney, just the one werewolf, the top dog. So we've got 2 block Flesh Golems, 2 guard Wraiths, 2 ghouls with nothing, and then a bunch of zombies, so no additional werewolves. But do you need any more werewolves when you got Wilhelm? Well, we will find out by the end of the tournament. Good luck, Unwary Sai. A really interesting build, rounded out with 2 rerolls and a couple of assistant coaches. Wags, though, bringing us back, counterbalancing the Wilhelm Chaney build with the build that gets the Hellboy seal of approval for your necromantic builds. 11 players, 3 rerolls, bunch of guard, bunch of block. Love it. Waldas here has gone for a much heavier block build. So we got 2 block ghouls, 2 block werewolves, guards on the wraiths, and block on one of the flesh golems. Only 11 players. I think I've kind of made my feelings clear on the builds. But yeah, this one should still do absolutely fine. It's a different way of playing Necro. And good luck, Waldas. And finally, Zuka Paluka, Flesh Golem with nothing, Flesh Golem with guard, Werewolves with block, Wraiths with guard, Ghoul with block, Ghoul with wrestle. Nice to see a wrestle ghoul in there. Bunch of zombies to 11, 3 rerolls. Should be absolutely fine. Just, yeah, the weakness there is the Flesh Golem with no additional skills. So yeah, good luck to all of you who are playing Necro this weekend. And from Necro we now move to Norse, and it's BB Nut kicking us off. So BB Nut bringing Valkyries, one with wrestle, one with block, Berserkers, one with guard and one with mighty blow, 2 beer boars, 2 Ulfwerners with guard and a bunch of linemen there. Few rerolls coming in. Yeah, looks really solid. Apothecary as well. Yeah, great little build. No reliance on the Yeti on this one. Looks to be a strong one, and nice to see you there, BB Nut. Billy D now does bring the Yeti, but no skills. 2 block Ulfwerners, 2 guard Berserkers, and 2 dodge Valkyrie. So quite a different build with thinking of playstyle as the one that we saw with BB Nut. Few linemen and a couple of beer boars there as well. 3 rerolls, assistant coach, and an apothecary. Yeah, very different playstyle, I'd imagine. But still, Norse should be absolutely fine in this event. Chaos Hugs, not playing Chaos, playing Norse instead. So there's a bunch of linemen, there's 2 beer boars, there's a Valkyrie with block and a Valkyrie with dodge, a Berserker with guard, 2 block Ulfwerners, and a Yeti with mighty blow. So Claw and mighty blow going to be firing, hopefully, for Chaos Hugs this weekend. Commander Sprag now. Commander Sprag also bringing the Mighty Blow, Yeti, the block Valkyrie, the Wrestle Valkyrie, an Ulfwerner with Juggernaut. So using the Frenzy and Juggernaut there, hopefully to surf players, I would imagine, and deal with those pesky stand firmers, and an Ulfwerner with Guard. 1 Beer Boar, a lineman with Tackle, playing against the meta. 3 rerolls, Apothecary, and an assistant coach. Looks pretty strong to me. Hector now, it's a Yeti with no skills, 2 block Ulfwerners, a Berserker with Mighty Blow, a Berserker with Tackle, a Wrestle Valkyrie, and a Block Valkyrie. Then a bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, no beer boars, so sadly Hector, you do get marked down for no beer boars, but we will forgive you and hope you have a wonderful tournament. Lunch money here now. Lunch money bringing a Wrestle Valk, a Block Valk, a Guard Berserker, and a Mighty Blow Berserker. 2 Beer Boars, 2 Guard Ulfwerners, and a bunch of Norse linemen. 3 rerolls, Apothecary. We've seen a similar build before. Looks really strong. And lunch money, absolute legend of the Blood Bowl community. Meta Vanadate now bringing a Mighty Blow Yeti, a double block Ulfwerner, a block Valkyrie, and a Sure Hands Valkyrie. A strip ball Norse Berserker as well, so that's a lot of strip ball knocking around on the pitch with the Valkyries. A bunch of linemen here, double beer ball, and 3 rerolls, no Apo. So yeah, keep hold of your balls on those Sure Hands players, else they are gonna get stripped. Mr. Frodo now also going for the Mighty Blow Yeti, the double block Ulfwerner, 1 Valkyrie with Wrestle, 2 Beer Boars, Norse Berserker with Guard, Norse Berserker with Tackle, bunch of linemen, and 3 rerolls. So only going for the 1 Valkyrie, instead getting the double Ulfwerner and the Yeti, so going for a lot more strength on the pitch. Yeah, should be really good, and good luck, Mr. Frodo. And finally, it's Tondio with some linemen, a beer ball. There's 2 dodge Valkyries, 2 tackle Norse Berserkers. So lots of frenzy and lots of tackle around going against the meta. Bunch of block on the Ulfwerners, a few more linemen, beer bore in there as well, loads of rerolls, that's 4 rerolls in there, assistant coaches as well, and cheerleaders and dedicated fans, so opting for more rerolls and no apothecary. So yeah, it could be a very aggressive Norse build, and good luck to all of you who are playing Norse. And now we move into the Nurgle team. So it's Agria79 starting us off with a block Rotspawn, block Bloater, 2 Guard Bloaters. So only bringing the 3 Bloaters, which is interesting. Pestigore with Leader, Pestigore with Block, another Pestigore with Block, and a Pestigore with Wrestle. But bringing Acorn the Squirrel as the star player. So that is a fantastically fun roster there. I'm sure you're going to have an absolute laugh with the tentacles, an acorn running around. Yeah, have a really good one, and thank you for bringing Nurgle. Jevins next, and Jevins going for 4 bloaters with block, Pestigore with leader, Pestigore with 2 heads, dirty player, rotters, Rotspawn with pro, and Wither Grasp double drool as the star player. We are seeing some amazing star players coming out the woodwork here. I'm hoping that the paint jobs and the models also reflect this. Yeah, fantastic stuff. And also thank you for taking Nurgle. Just Chris now. Just Chris bringing the Rotspawn with block, some bloaters with block, Pestigore with wrestle, Pestigore with leader, 2 wrestle rotters, so possibly looking to wrestle you down and step on you, and Lord Borak. Oh, dirty player, +2. Scary stuff. So the rerolls here are very light though, so it's only 1 rostered reroll, leader reroll, and then Borak comes with half a reroll. So it is very light on rerolls, but you can be light on rerolls when the other side are light on players, having been removed with that dirty player +2. Thank you for bringing Nurgle, and thank you for bringing Borak. Silent Knight has gone for Glart Smashrip as the star player, along with a block Rotspawn, bloaters with block, block, and guard, rotter with guard, rotter with block, Pestigore with block, and Pestigore with wrestle. So yeah, amazing to see the variety of star players coming through on the Nurgle builds, and thank you Silent Knight for bringing Nurgle. Slim Jono now bringing Wither Grasp double drool as well, Rotspawn with block, couple of bloaters, 3 bloaters, sorry, all with block, Pestigore with wrestle, Pestigore with sure hands, 2 wrestle rotter linemen, few rerolls there, couple of rerolls, and some assistant coaches. Yep, and thank you Slim Jono for bringing Nurgle. Have a wonderful tournament. And the final Nurgle coach, Tank15, has said, well, stuff you guys, I can do this all with no star player, and instead brings a Rotspawn with block, 2 block bloaters, 2 guard bloaters, a Pestigore leader, a Pestigore with block, a Pestigore with tackle, a 4th Pestigore with nothing, a few rotters, a couple of rerolls, and no star player. And thank you again for bringing Nurgle Tank, and best of luck to all of you over the weekend. I hope you find yourselves having a smelly, stinky, but super time. Don't worry guys, this roster video isn't anywhere near being ogre yet, but we have moved on to the ogres. So we've got a runt punter with leader, a blocker with block, another blocker with block, and a blocker with break tackle. And that's all the ogres, because we've got Maple Highgrove squeezed in, and then some Noblars, some with sneaky git, some with diving tackle, a few rerolls there. So yeah, still pretty scary for an ogre team. Couple of block there. And a break tackle as well, but Maple being the star player. It's an interesting build, and good luck Blues with that one. BS King now bringing Mighty Zug, saying, well, if I'm taking ogres, I might as well have the mightiest Zug with me. So 2 block ogres, pretty standard. Break tackle ogre blocker there as well. I think that's a really good choice. And then a leader rump punter as well. Double diving tackle, double sneaky git. It's writing itself. Good luck. Coco Pelly 23 now. We have Rumbelow as the star player. Amazing to see Rumbelow Sheepskin as the star player. But this does mean there are more ogres. So we have Rump Punter with leader, block ogre, another block ogre, a guard ogre, and a brawler ogre as well. So mixing up the skill choice there. Double diving tackle, 1 sneaky git this time for the fouling with the Noblars, and as I said, Rumbelow on the team as well. 1 less reroll though, so quite low on the rerolls for the ogre team, so hopefully they won't be rolling too many boneheads. And finally, it's Starkey, who's brought the classic Carla Von Kill, and we see the double block ogre, the rump punter with leader, and the break tackle blocker as well. Then double diving tackle, sneaky git, and then a cheeky sprint Noblar, presumably for the 1-turn touchdown opportunity so that you can just run that little bit further. But yeah, good luck to all of you who are playing ogres. On to the Old World Alliance now, and Daffo starts us off. There's a bunch of linemen. There's an ogre with block, a blitzer with guard, catcher with no skill, thrower with block, 2 dwarf blockers with guard, dwarf blitzer with guard, troll slayer with mighty blow, and a couple of halflings. Only 2 rerolls, so quite light, and an apothecary as well. But they do have a lot of skills knocking around there, and the main skill is, of course, Dafoe's skill. Great coach Dafoe. Have a good tournament, mate. Eden Keeper now. So Eden Keeper bringing a block ogre, a human thrower with block as well. The catcher gets nothing, the blitzer gets guard. Bunch of human linemen, and then very similar to what we saw just now, double guard blockers for the dwarves, guard blitzer, and then a mighty blow troll slayer, along with 2 halfling hopefuls. Again, 2 rerolls, and the apothecary to round us out. Good luck. Eldritch Fox now. Eldritch Fox gathering together the donations for the Thrud Ball auction this year at NAF Champ. So if you do have anything to donate, that you would like to donate to Thrud, please do bring it along and hand it over to Eldritch Fox during the weekend. I certainly have a few items that I'm going to be bringing with me. Eldritch Fox has gone for the ogre with block, the human blitzer with guard, the thrower with block, bunch of linemen and a catcher as well, blitzer with guard, troll slayer with mighty blow, 2 dwarf blockers with guard, halfling hopefuls with no extra skills, 2 rerolls, and an apo. It's the same build again, we're just seeing it cookie cutter mold. I'm hoping that we see some variety very soon. And some variety has come from Obsidian, with the ogre with block, a thrower with leader to get the extra reroll in this build. Catcher comes with no skills, blitzer with tackle on the humans for the human blitzer, 2 guard dwarf blockers, and then the dwarf blitzer also gets mighty blow as well as the troll slayer, a bunch of human linemen and a hopeful, but this means you get the 3 rerolls, so 4 rerolls with the thrower, so really heavy reroll build coming in here. Assistant coach, and then an apothecary as well, so bit of variety. Very nice. White hot here, hoping that the OWA will be hot for them as well. So it's a block ogre, troll slayer with no skill, dwarf blitzer with guard, dwarf blocker with guard, human blitzer with tackle, thrower with leader, catcher with no skill, lineman with wrestle, bunch of linemen, and then a halfling hopeful with sneaky git, getting the 3 rerolls in there. The fourth with the thrower, but the sneaky git there seems to be a fouling build here with the wrestle lineman as well. So watch out if you play white hot. Wilsif now bringing the human blitzer with tackle, the human catcher with no skills, the thrower with block, the double guard dwarf blockers, and the guard dwarf blitzer, the mighty blow troll slayer, halfling hopeful, and a tree man. Don't normally see the tree man on the OWA, and the tree man comes with block. Bunch of human linemen, 3 rerolls, some assistant coaches, and a cheerleader as well. Nice to see the tree man feature. Good luck, Wilsif. And finally, it is Watford Boy bringing OWA. So Watford Boy has got the guard ogre, an accurate human thrower, and a catcher with block. So looking for some passing play, possibly. The human blitzer comes with tackle, the dwarf blitzer with guard, and 2 dwarf blockers with no skills. Troll Slayer with mighty blow coming through, halfling hopeful, and again a sneaky git sneaking in this time on the human lineman. 3 rerolls, an assistant coach. Watford Boy, good coach, and look forward to reading his blog about the event later in the year. And it is on to the orcs. So get yourselves ready for the greenskins. And kicking us off is Arzek with a Orc Blitzer with Guard, an Orc Blitzer with Mighty Blow, an Orc Blitzer with Frenzy, very nice, and a Blitzer with no additional skills. Then 1 Block Biggin, 2 Guard Biggins, a 4th Biggin with no skills, a Thrower, 2 Linemen, and a Troll. Bunch of rerolls in there. Assistant coach. Yeah, it's a nice build. The orc builds will be, I think they'll be similar, with a similar selection of skills, just whether they've got the troll and goblins or no troll at all. So we shall see. But have a good one, Azek. Hello, bringing the troll and a goblin for the 1 turn, then a thrower with block, a blitzer with tackle, choosing to put no additional skills on the blitzers, instead going for a wrestle biggin. I did not see that one coming. 2 guard biggins and a biggin with block, and 1 more orc lineman. 3 rerolls and some assistant coaches rounds out the roster, but a wrestle biggin. Wow, what a curveball. Did not see that one coming. Let me know how you get on. Hello. Australopithecus now bringing the orcs with the guard troll, 4 biggin blockers, no additional skills on blitzers, and an orc thrower with block. So really going block heavy on this roster choice. A couple of orc linemen and 3 rerolls. So yeah, interesting to see how this one fares at the end. Bearded Steve now going for 2 block biggins and 2 guard biggins, a lot more traditional kind of build for orcs, and then 2 extra guard blitzers here, 2 blitzers with no skills, bunch of linemen, orc thrower, no troll, means you do get the, you can go for the 4 rerolls as we see here, so can be quite aggressive, and an assistant coach fishing for more. Good luck, Bearded Steve. Brian Beasley bringing a troll but with no skills, and then we see 4 biggin blockers with block, a strip ball blitzer, very interesting skill choice, I like it, and then a tackle blitzer fitting with the anti-meta build, thrower down here, and then no orc lineman, instead it's all goblins. It's nearly the goblin unicycle with 4, which is the Eliod approved build, but here we see a couple of rerolls here, so that's three rerolls, and then the keg, interestingly. So completely different kind of style here. I like it. I hope that Brian, I hope you get on very well with your goblins and have a wonderful tournament. Captain Redbeard here. It's 4 biggins with block, 2 guard blitzers, 2 blitzers with no additional skills, a thrower, a bunch of linemen, 4 rerolls, and an assistant coach. Have a great tournament. Dankin brings us over the 2-hour mark on this video. Stay with me, guys. We're pushing on till the end. Dankin is bringing a blitzer with Mighty Blow and a blitzer with tackle. I like that for this meta at NAF. And then you've got the 2 block biggins and the 2 guard biggins. I like that as well. Untrained troll, orc thrower, and a goblin for the 1 turn with an orc lineman rounding out the roster. You've got 3 rerolls there, an assistant coach, and a cheerleader as well. Nice little roster, nice skill selection there. Good luck, Dankin. Had the pleasure of playing Dark Dan a few times, and Dark Dan has brought a nice orc roster here with 3 block biggins, 1 biggin with no additional skills, a strip ball blitzer and a tackle blitzer like those, an untrained troll with guard, an orc thrower, some orc linemen, and then 3 rerolls and an assistant coach. Really good stuff. Have a good one, Dark Dan. Dinlo going for the bash, bash, bash with some block big uns, some guard big uns, and then 2 blitzers, both with mighty blow. Orc lineman, and then a bunch of goblins and a thrower round out the roster. So it looks like a bashing, fouling sort of build here with the orcs. So Dinlo, good luck and have a lot of fun with that. Fire Oli now, bringing the blitzer with tackle and the blitzer with frenzy. Big uns with block, and guard, and then another one down at the bottom there with guard. A thrower, some linemen, and 4 rerolls. So again, mixing it up. We're seeing the same sort of skills appear, just in a smattering of different ways, and I'm loving the variety that the orc builds are bringing to the table. Grognard here going for the throw with block, the big uns 2 of them with block, the big uns 2 of them with guard, a tackle blitzer, the others get no additional skills, a troll, a goblin, a lineman, 3 rerolls, 2 assistant coaches. Yep, nice build, and the 1 turn option there, always a bonus. Grumpy Boyle now goes for the throw with no skills, the blitzer with tackle, the blitzer with guard, 2 other blitzers with no additional skills, then block, guard on the big uns, an orc lineman, a troll, a goblin, and 3 rerolls, assistant coach and cheerleader. Yep, I like it. Yeah, fantastic, and good luck, Grumpy Boyle. Humby now. Humby going for no skills on the blitzers, instead going guard, block on the big uns, guard on the untrained troll, and the orc thrower, famously slow player, has been given on the ball to increase its movement by 3 squares for the first turn. So that's quite clever there. Orc lineman, goblin lineman as well. 3 rerolls, coach and dedicated fans. Let me know how you get on with the on the ball orc thrower. Jericho Jackson now. It's a tackle blitzer and a frenzy blitzer with the other 2 having no skills. Then block, guard on the big uns. Seems to be the way that the teams are leaning a lot in this tournament. 3 orc linemen, untrained troll, bunch of rerolls, assistant coach and a cheerleader. Yep, looks very solid. Good luck, Jericho Jackson. Killer Poe, have they gone for a killer build? Well, possibly. The big uns get no skills, and instead it's the double tackle orc blitzer, the double guard orc blitzer, and then the lineman with dirty player, and the troll with guard as well. So looking to get the fouls in there, Killer Poe, and the 3 rerolls and assistant coach rounds out the roster. Ono Didil going for the goblin, the lineman, the blitzer with mighty blow, blitzer with tackle, like that. Big uns with block and guard. A troll with brawler is an interesting choice there. Thrower with no skill, 3 rerolls, and then the coach and cheerleader to finish the roster. Good luck, Ono. Stig now, what a great coach Stig is, bringing a guard blitzer and a really interesting stand firm blitzer. Wanting to know what that tactic is about there from Stig. Double orc blitzer coming in there with no skills. Then we get the big uns with guard and more stand firm as well. So 2 big uns with stand firm. So clearly Stig has a plan with how to play these orcs with the stand firm around. 3 guard, 3 stand firm, going to be difficult to push through. A troll to act as another bit of the roadblock, and then a bunch of goblins and an orc lineman. Oh, fantastic stuff. Hope you have a really good one, Stig. Tofu now coming in with guard and block on the big uns like we've seen before. Mighty blow and tackle on the blitzers. Bunch of goblins though, and an orc thrower, and 4 rerolls. So really quirky. No troll. I do really like this build though. Actually, I think this one's probably my favourite one so far. Shame you couldn't squeeze the troll in somehow, but I think 4 goblins and a mighty blow and tackle, block and guard is really, really good. So have a fun one. What the L? No, that's not me gesticulating and complaining about the roster. It's actually the coach name, What the L. But What the L has gone for 2 tackle blitzers. And then another 2 blitzers with no additional skills. Block on the big uns, 1 big un with no extra skill. And then the orc thrower gets block, lineman to finish, 4 rerolls and a dedicated fans. It's certainly an interesting build, and you would hope to run into those elf teams or the teams or the Amazon teams with lots of dodge there. But if you run into an orc mirror, be interesting to see how that one goes. Have a good one. And the last orc team is Your Name Here. So it's Untrained Troll with no additional skills, 3 big uns with block, 1 big un with no additional skills, guard, and tackle on the blitzers, 2 Mr. Throws, 2 orc throwers, and a goblin lineman. So throwing in the final little curveball there on the rosters, and 3 rerolls to finish the build. And that's the end of all the orc builds. So yeah, some really nice variety came through there. Lots of trolls around, which is great to see. Loads of goblins, also lots of fun. And yeah, hope everyone who's played orcs this weekend has a really fun time. And it is time to shamble through the shambling undead rosters, and we start off with Archillion, who's gone for an interesting build. So, double guard mummy, only 2 ghouls then, both with block. So not going for 3 or 4 ghouls, only 2, both with block. Blitzer, white blitzer with mighty blow, and the other one with tackle, sensible there. Skeletons, 2 of those, zombies through, and then 4 rerolls. So it can be hyper aggressive with this build, but the 2 ghouls being maybe a slight weakness. But good luck, Archillion. Now comes Beach next with a bit more of what we say as a traditional build. So you've got the double guard mummy, interesting choice there. 1 white blitzer with tackle, 1 white with nothing. Might have been tempted to put the guard onto one of the whites rather than one of the mummies, but this will be a personal preference for Beach. Then 4 ghouls, 2 with block, 1 with wrestle, the other one's got nothing, 1 skeleton, a bunch of zombies, 3 rerolls, some assistant coaches, and a cheerleader and dedicated fans. Nice solid build. Good stuff, and Beach is a great coach. Looking forward to seeing you again there this year. Chris Raff 88 now with guard on the mummies, guard tackle on the blitzers, block wrestle on 2 of the ghouls and 2 more ghouls, then all zombies to finish, no skeletons allowed here, 3 rerolls and an assistant coach. Very strong build. Dazamak also going with a strong build. Guard on the mummies, guard tackle on the whites, block on the ghouls, 2 more ghouls with nothing, bunch of zombies, but skeletons are allowed here, 3 rerolls and an assistant coach. Good luck, Dazza. Grim Jim choosing to not skill the mummies, instead putting the skills on as block on the ghouls, wrestle on the final ghoul, tackle and guard on the whites, some zombies, no skeletons, 3 rerolls, and a blood visor keg rather than the extra player. So interesting choice there to try and help the KOs out. And yeah, good stuff. Have fun, Grim Jim. Hendy now going for guard mummies, guard whites, block and wrestle ghoul. No skills on the other 2 ghouls, so presumably we'll bench one of those. Bunch of zombies, no skeletons allowed here. 3 rerolls and assistant coach. Another really strong build, just like Hendy. Cal Maleth then throwing one of the biggest curveballs, possibly the biggest curveball of the NAFC roster reveal. It's a mummy with multiple block. You'd love to see it. You never get to see this. You love to see it. Multiple block on a mummy, guard on a mummy, tackle on a white, frenzy on a white, block on a ghoul, wrestle on a ghoul. The 3rd ghoul has nothing. Bunch of zombies there. 4 rerolls and an assistant coach. Wow. Never. I don't think I've ever seen multiple block taken on a player at any tournament. So great stuff. And Cal Malath, I hope you have great fun with it this weekend. Lithium is up next with a mummy with guard, mummy, and one unskilled. Then the white gets guard and tackle. Ghoul with sure hands, ghoul with block, ghoul with wrestle. Pretty standard stuff there. Ghoul with no additional skills. Bunch of zombies, no skeletons allowed. 3 rerolls and a Bloodwiser keg. Nice strong build there. Mengu is next with a mummy with nothing, then a mummy with guard. Ghouls get block and wrestle, and the last one gets nothing. White blitzer with guard, white blitzer with frenzy, bunch of zombies, a skeleton in the roster, and then 3 rerolls and a dedicated fans. Another very strong build, undead, looking solid. Mournival next, it's a guard mummy and a mummy with no skills, then a mighty blow, white blitzer, a guard white blitzer, wrestle ghoul, double block ghoul, 4th ghoul with nothing, bunch of zombies, a reroll, 3 rerolls, and a keg, no skeletons because the keg instead. Yeah, again, really strong build. Nixon 104, guard mummy, unskilled mummy, guard white, frenzy white, a double block ghoul runners, and a wrestle ghoul. Bunch of zombies, another ghoul tucked in down there just at the bottom just to make me question the build. And then 3 rerolls, an assistant coach. Yeah, nice and strong. Good stuff. No number, the Team Wales captain. So we see the double mummies, but no skills. Instead, we see a tackle white, a guard white, and then 4 block ghouls, zombies to finish, no skeletons, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach. Yeah, looks good, and no number knows how to pilot undead. Petey Poos next, starting us off with the zombies, then a tackle white, a guard white, 3 block ghouls, a wrestle ghoul, 2 mummies, 3 rerolls. Has come in 50k short, so possibly that might be a keg there, or an additional player and a coach. Hopefully, Petey Poos, you see this and can get that rectified. Percy the Troll choosing to play a team that famously doesn't have a troll on it. So, 2 mummies with no skills, guard white blitzer, tackle white blitzer, block wrestle on the ghouls, a skeleton with dirty player. So not only does the skeleton make the team, also gets given the dirty player. So we see the fouling build coming in, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach. Yep, nice and strong, just no trolls here. Ringbeard now, double mummies with no skills, double guard whites, block and wrestle ghouls, skeleton, zombies, 3 rerolls, assistant coach. They just look so solid. Rusty Bin now, zombies and a skeleton, 2 block ghouls, a wrestle ghoul, a sure feet ghoul. Sure feet is interesting rather than sure hands, but I guess if you think you're going to be doing those rushes, why not? And then 2 guard blitzers and 2 mummies with no skills, 3 rerolls as usual, and an assistant coach. Right knee, so bringing 2 guard mummies, a tackle blitzer and a frenzy blitzer, 2 block ghouls, 2 ghouls with no skills, bunch of zombies, 3 rerolls and a keg to round it all out. Very nice stuff. Sneaky Bacon sneaking in with a star player. So we've got a mummy with no skill, a mummy with guard, a white with tackle and a white with guard, a bunch of zombies, no ghouls because Count Luther von Drachenburg has made the pitch. I love this build. 1 reroll. I mean, just go all out and have fun. This is a fun build. Yeah, this is this is fantastic. I don't know if it's as good as a multiple block mummy, but Count Luther on an undead team and no ghouls. I hope you have an absolute whale of a time this weekend. And the undead teams keep bringing the variety as Sporran comes in here. So the mummies, both unskilled, white blitzers with guard, ghouls with block, wrestle, and then 1 with safe pair of hands. I mean, what is there must be a percentage chance of seeing this. You know, that's statistics. It's got to come through somewhere. And then zombies, 3 rerolls and a keg. I mean, I'm loving the variety here. Multiple block, Luther, and safe pair of hands. What's going to come in the next of the builds? The Rake brings us back on track with a more standard build. Mummy with guard, mummy with no skill, 2 guard whites, block on ghouls, wrestle on ghoul with no additional skills, zombies, skeleton allowed, and 3 rerolls and an assistant coach, bringing us back, leveling us back down again. Yep, let's stay calm. Really strong, solid build from the Rake. And the last of the undeads is Tinten Fish, bringing double guard mummy, tackle white, guard white, block ghoul, wrestle ghoul, 2 ghouls with no additional skills, zombies, skeleton, 3 rerolls, you guessed it, an assistant coach, and that sums up the undead. So there we go. The undead coaches didn't think we'd see the variety that we got in the undead, but it looks like with all the builds, they are all really strong, solid builds. I really want to see how that Luther one gets on. Yeah, fantastic stuff, and I hope you all have a really, really great weekend. Well, rats, we're on to the Skaven now, and it's a Ginger Goblin kicking us off with a Juggernaut Rat Ogre, Tackle Blitzer, and Mighty Blow Blitzer. So looking for some removals there, probably. Gutter Runners, 4 of them, 1 with Strip Ball, 1 with Wrestle, so quite aggressive build. A Kick Lineman, 3 rerolls, and some assistant coaches as well. No Apothecary, so hopefully the Rat Ogre doesn't start hitting their own players too hard. But yeah, nice little build, like the Strip Ball, like the Wrestle, and yeah, got some attrition in there as well. Have a good one. Besters, one of the best. Certainly bringing Skaven. So block, block, block and wrestle on the gutter runners. 2 throwers with no skills. Lineman with no skill. Blitzer with tackle. Blitzer with mighty blow. No rat ogre in this build. Instead 4 rerolls and an assistant coach. So not having the rat ogre. Instead going for the gutter runners. Looking to say, look, you got to knock down my blodgers. So and the mighty blow and tackle, hopefully doing the damage. Good luck, besters. Big G now, bringing 2 throwers. 1 comes with leader. The blitzers get guard and tackle respectively. Gutter runner with block and 1 with sprint, probably for the 1 turn. 2 more gutter runners, no additional skills. Alignment with block, which is interesting. Could have skilled up the other gutter runner. No rat ogre. 3 rerolls and an assistant coach. It's a nice change. I like it. Good luck, Big G. Bowser now, bringing the Rat Ogre with Juggernaut, the Skaven Blitzer with Mighty Blow, and the other one with Guard. Gutter Runner with Strip Ball, Gutter Runner with Wrestle. 2 more Gutter Runners in this build as well. No Thrower, but a Skaven Lineman gets Kick. So choosing Kick over a skill on a Gutter Runner, interesting choice. 2 rerolls, so very, very light on the rerolls. Hoping for the 3 coaches to kick in and the Apothecary to save the players when needed. So yeah, some variety already coming through in the Skaven builds. Camel Chops now, bringing the Rat Ogre double guard Skaven Blitzers, so that sets nicely for the 1 turns. The Thrower with no skills, 3 Gutter Runners. These ones get block, wrestle, and strip ball. Love that. Skaven Linemen take the team through, and then 3 rerolls and some assistant coaches. Really nice build. Like it a lot. Cheeky Jimmy going for a cheeky build here, so he's got a Rat Ogre with Juggernaut, he's got Guard, Blitzer, Tackle Blitzer, Block, Wrestle and Strip Ball Gutter Runners, and gets the 4th Gutter Runner in there. No Thrower, Linemen make up the numbers. Gone for 3 rerolls, an Apothecary and 3 assistant coaches, hitting the team value exactly. Good stuff. Next up is Falling Down Joe. Falling Down Joe with a Juggernaut Rat Ogre, a Guard Blitzer, a Mighty Blow Blitzer, a Thrower, a Gutter Runner with Sidestep, love it, a Strip Ball Gutter Runner and a Block Gutter Runner. A bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, some assistant coaches, a dedicated fans and an Apothecary. I think this is my favourite build so far. J-Bone, another coach who knows what he's doing. He's got a Rat Ogre with Juggernaut, a Blitzer with Mighty Blow, a Blitzer with Guard, a Block Gutter Runner, a Sidestep Gutter Runner, a Strip Ball Gutter Runner, and then another Gutter Runner. Bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, assistant coach. I really like that build as well. J-Bone and Joe know what they're up to. Kid can't complain, going for the Juggernaut Rat Ogre, the Tackle Blitzer, the Mighty Blow Blitzer, so searching for some attrition here. Block on Gutter Runners, Wrestle on Gutter Runner, Thrower, bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach, and an Apothecary as well. Nice little build. King Ghidra now coming in with a Juggernaut Rat Ogre. 1 Blitzer gets Guard, the other gets no additional skills, instead choosing to load up the Gutter Runners, Strip Ball, Wrestle, Block and Sidestep. Bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches and an Apothecary. Another really good coach, and seeing 4 skills on Gutter Runners is terrifying. Marzum now. Marzum going for Skaven, bringing a Rat Ogre with no additional skills, a Guard Blitzer and a Mighty Blow Blitzer, a Block Gutter Runner, Wrestle Gutter Runner, Strip Ball Gutter Runner, and then a Thrower with Leader. Bunch of linemen to fill out the roster, 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches, an Apothecary. Yep, I like it a lot. Good stuff, Marzum. Nippy Longscar now, bringing the Juggernaut Rat Ogre, the Sidestep Gutter Runner and the Strip Ball Gutter Runner, choosing not to put skills on the other 2, instead going for the Double Guard Blitzer. I do like that. Adds extra linemen in and a Thrower with Leader to get the additional reroll there. So 2 rerolls plus Leader, some assistant coaches and the Apo, so kind of merging a load of the builds that we've seen together. Nippy knows what he's up to. Yeah, really, really strong, really exciting stuff. Good luck. Random Perron, and they've gone for a Guard Rat Ogre. Interesting choice to not give it Juggernaut, so going for Guard instead. 2 Skaven Throwers, 1 gets Leader. Gutter Runner with Wrestle, the other 2 Gutter Runners get no additional skills. Blitzers with no additional skills, instead going for Kick Lineman and Wrestle Lineman. So going for more of a scatter approach to try and get consistency across the pitch, it seems, rather than stacking on certain players. 2 rerolls with the Leader makes 3, some assistant coaches and some dedicated fans. Interesting stuff. Good luck. Seb is up next, and Seb has gone for a rat ogre with no skills, tackle, guard, blitzers, block, wrestle, gutter runners, a thrower with kick, which is a very interesting place to put the skill, but I guess you're not putting it on the LOS. And then you've got linemen filling out the build, 3 rerolls, some assistant coaches, some and a cheerleader. Yeah, interesting stuff. Let me know how the kit goes. Sir Hiss now, Juggernaut, Rat Ogre, Guard and Tackle Blitzers, Block, Wrestle and Strip Ball Gutter Runners, a Thrower with no additional skills, bunch of linemen, 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches and an Apo. Yeah, it's looking like a solid build. Swamp Monkey now with a Juggernaut, Rat Ogre, a Mighty Blow Blitzer, a Guard Blitzer, Throw with no skills, Block, Wrestle and Sidestep Gutter Runners. We're liking these kind of builds. Linemen all the way through, 3 rerolls, a coach, a cheerleader and a dedicated fans. I like it a lot and good luck. And Syntax Error providing the final of the Skaven rosters. Double Thrower with no skills, Blitzer with Guard and Blitzer with Tackle, Sprint Gutter Runner, no additional skills on the other Gutter Runners, instead stacking 3 Wrestle on the linemen. So possibly looking for a fouling option here. 3 rerolls, an assistant coach and an apothecary as well. So no Rat Ogre to remove the own players. Let me know how you get on. Syntax Error. On to Slan now, and I nearly took Slan again this year. I brought them last year and had great fun with them at NAF Champs, so nearly took them again this year, but I chose to go with Lizards instead. But I have been excited to see how the Slan builds play out. So let's have a look. So Albert 4000 starts us off with a croc score with Block, 2 Guard Blitzers, 2 Dodge Catchers, Lineman with Dirty Player, Lineman with Wrestle, and then 4 rerolls and an assistant coach. So interesting going for the fouling options here. I personally prefer having at least 3 catchers on the build, but I do like seeing Block on a croc score. If you're going with the crocs, then block it. Very nice stuff. Hope you have a really fun time. CT up next. Bunch of linemen, including a wrestle, a strip ball, and a tackle. Yeah, you love to see the wrestle and the strip ball. Croc score with Block, Blitzer with Guard, Blitzer with Wrestle, and 2 catchers, 1 with Dodge, 4 rerolls, and an assistant coach. Again, I would play it slightly differently, but really pleased to see a wrestle and a strip ball on that build. Good luck, CT. Dr. Warfang now. It's a Block Croxigore, it's a Wrestle Blitzer and a Guard Blitzer and another Guard Blitzer. So 3 Blitzers. Rare that you get to see 3 Blitzers on Slam builds. 2 Dodge Catchers and then a Dirty Player Lineman. So interesting, also going for a fouling play with the Slan. Only 3 rerolls, might prove a little bit light later in the tournament. But yeah, do let me know how you get on, Dr. Warfang. Here we go. It's Leipziger, Alex, who runs Water Bowl every year. If you haven't been to Water Bowl, please do try and get yourself there one time. It's one of the best tournaments in the UK calendar. Going for a guard catcher. Nice, like to see a guard catcher. And 2 dodge catchers. Then a strip ball, a block, a frenzy, and a wrestle lineman. So really taking a leaf out of the core book on how to play Slan with the frenzy player there. Going for 5 rerolls. You like to see it. Oh, you love a 5 reroll build, and an apothecary as well, along with an assistant coach. Yeah, this looks really, really good, and good luck, Leipziger. Optimus Goitra here. So a Block Croxigore like that, double Guard Blitzer and a Wrestle Blitzer, 2 Dodge Catchers and a Dirty Player Lineman. I wonder if everyone's been talking to each other. 3 rerolls, as I say, feels very light. Prefer Leipziger's 5 reroll build with Slan, and a cheerleader to round it out. Let me know how you get on. Hope you have fun. Princess Jasmine now with a Block Croxigore, a Strip Ball Blitzer. Great to see Strip Ball on a Slan team. 2 Guard Blitzers, 2 catches with Dodge, and a Dirty Player Lineman. 3 rerolls. What has the meta done to the Slan? I just don't know what's going on. And a dedicated fans rounding it out. Maybe I'm just playing Slan wrong, guys. Let me find out. Here we go, though. Vagabond building something very similar to Leipziger, almost like they play in the same league with Core. Very interesting. We see 2 dodge catchers and a guard catcher, strip ball, wrestle, block lineman, and then the extra wrestle lineman. Like that a lot. 5 rerolls, apothecary, and an assistant coach. Absolutely love it. I love the 5 reroll build. 5 or 6 if you can is brilliant stuff. Yeah, good luck, Vagabond, and it'd be nice to see you there, mate. And then the final of the Slan build is Zenjo, who's gone for a Crocscore with no skills. Interesting. I think if you're bringing the Crocs, I like to see a block on it, as I said before. However, has gone for one Blitzer with block, sensible, and then decided to throw the double as guard on the catcher. Very nice. 2 dodge also find their way onto the catchers, and the 4th catcher for the first time is in the build with no skill. Strip ball lineman, double wrestle lineman, 4 rerolls, and 2 assistant coaches. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Hope that this one does really well, and good luck to everyone playing Slan. It is one of my favourite races. Tomb Kings now, and we start with the star player build with Wilhelm Chaney joining the team. So we've got 2 Tomb Guardians with guard, 2 Tomb Guardians with no extra skills, tackle Blitzer with nothing else, leader thrower because you need to get those extra rerolls in because you're only getting 1 rostered reroll with Chaney, but Chaney there to do the business provides a really reliable 1-turn option as well for the Tomb Kings, which changes the dynamic on how they play quite a lot. A couple of assistant coaches, yeah, good luck Charlie Banks. Chili Chard next. Chili Chard going for 2 Tomb Guardians with guard and 1 with Juggernaut, interestingly. Also a thrower getting on the ball and the other one getting block. Blitzer getting strip ball and Blitzer getting stand firm. So a really interesting mix of skills here. Be really fascinating to see how Chili Chard plays because I think it'll be different from the way that I play Tomb Kings. So this one feels like the sidelines might be a bit more exposed, and pushing through, breaking through will be a lot easier if you do get stuck. So yeah, let me know how you get on. 3 rerolls should also serve you really well. DSG coming in now. So we've got a thrower with block, bunch of skeleton linemen as well, thrower with nothing, tackle Blitzer, mighty blow Blitzer, and then 4 guard Tomb Guardians. This is the kind of build I was expecting to see from the Tomb Kings. Not gonna lie, 3 rerolls, really solid, 2 assistant coaches. Yeah, this is a very solid typical Tomb King build. Next, Tomb Guardian with Mighty Blow, 2 with guard, and 1 with defensive as the double. Really interesting to see the defensive, like that a lot. A Blitzer with nothing, Blitzer with tackle, then both throwers with block, so probably fielding both throwers. Interesting choice there. Normally I'd see 1 benched, I think, typically, but yeah, putting block on both of them makes sense, gives you a bit more stability across the board. 3 rerolls, 3 assistant coaches, and 3 cheerleaders. So rather than going for more players, choosing the coaches and cheerleaders option. Really interesting. Let us know how that defensive serves you. Manant next, also going for a star player, and this time it's Bryce the Slice. Oh my goodness me. Oh wow, what a mix of star players we're going to see at NAF this year. That's fantastic. Tomb Guardian with block, utilising the secondary skill, 2 guards, and then a thrower with block. So really interesting, different build. If Bryce kicks off, you could quickly be losing players, but hopefully it doesn't backfire and it's Bryce who leaves the pitch. 2 rerolls, maybe a little light as well. And finally, it's Tiki 1985. 3 guard Tomb Guardians and a defensive Tomb Guardian. Really nice. 2 throwers with block, 1 Blitzer with tackle, 1 Blitzer with no skills, 3 rerolls, an assistant coach and a cheerleader. Yeah, really nice, solid build. I might have moved the block into maybe a guard on the Blitzer here, or a mighty blow on the Blitzer maybe. But other than that, really interesting build. Defensive, hopefully as well, will serve you well. 3 races to go, and we're starting the countdown to the end with Underworld Denizens Ploppy McPloppy, bringing a Rat Ogre with Juggernaut, bunch of Snotlings, bunch of Goblins, Wrestle Clan Rats, 2 Heads Gutter Runner, Thrower with Block, Blitzer with nothing, bunch of rerolls, assistant coaches, apothecary, and 2 kegs. I love this build. I probably would have done something very similar if I'd brought Underworld to this event. Good luck Ploppy McPloppy. I think Underworld are still fantastic. And Talonbay bringing a star player, Glart, coming in with the Underworld. Also really like this build. So you get a troll with no skills, tackle Blitzer to deal with all the elves and the Amazons, etc. Gutter Runner with block, Thrower with block, 2 Clan Rats, bunch of Goblins, like loads of Goblins, loads of Snotlings, and Glart rounds us out. 3 rerolls, an assistant coach. Yep, it's nice. I probably would have done something between the 2 builds. I think I would have. Is where I would have been going with my Underworld if I brought them. But yeah, I hope you both have a wonderful time, and thanks for bringing the underworld. On to vampires, and it's Angry Gerbil kicking us off with Count Luther von Drachenburg joining the vampire team. We've got a vampire thrower with dodge, a vampire runner with dodge, and a vampire runner with dodge. Then a bunch of linemen. Obviously, Luther very expensive, but 4 vampires, one of them being Luther. That is not to be sniffed at. Only 3 rerolls though, very light on the rerolls. So hopefully Luther behaves himself, because obviously he doesn't have bloodlust. So hopefully Luther behaves himself and does the business with the other vampires in support. Cornish, one of the nicest people in Blood Bowl, and also one of the most good-looking men as well. Bringing the vampires, he's gone for a dodge thrower, a leader thrower, 2 dodge runners, a frenzy blitzer, and a kick thrall lineman, and is bringing a huge numbers of rerolls, 5 rerolls to the table. You love to see it. This is a scary vampire team. Luther obviously is scary in the previous one, but this is scary in a different way, and not just because it's piloted by Cornish. Have a really good one, mate. I look forward to seeing you in the event. Dr. Cross is next. Dr. Cross bringing a Vargeist. Ooh, very interesting with Juggernaut. Don't always see the Vargeist. Thrower with block, runner with dodge, runner with strip ball, and then a kick lineman as well. Bringing 4 rerolls to the table as well. So that's good for the handling the bloodlust of the Vargeist. 2 assistant coaches, just in case you fish for more. So yeah, really interesting to see the Vargeist, and could work well in the meta with lots of lizards and dark elves around. Dragon Delboy now bringing a thrower with dodge and a runner with dodge. Bunch of linemen, including one with sure hands to pick the ball up. Vargeist again with Juggernaut. Very interesting. Thrower with dodge, runner with dodge, 2 more linemen, and then 4 rerolls and 2 assistant coaches. I mean, vampires are scary. They are really, really scary, and I think the Vargeist will work really well in some of the matchups as well. Have a really good one. Dribbly up next with runners, dodge and dodge, throwers, leader and block, lineman with kick, a blitzer with block at the bottom there, bunch of linemen, 4 rerolls, and 2 assistant coaches. Yeah, this looks really, really strong with the additional reroll with the leader and the double dodge runners here. Yeah, scary stuff from the vampires. Hype is bringing the hype as we approach the end of the vampires. Hype 261 has gone for blitzer, thrower, runner, and lineman. Unfortunately, though, there are rerolls missing from the roster and skills missing from the roster. So hopefully you are able to see this and rectify this one, because either the roster hasn't been transcribed correctly, or you've missed out on your skills and rerolls there, which you may well need with a vampire team. But I hope you bring the hype at the NAF Champs 2025. And the final of the vampire builds is Maverick. Maverick has brought a runner with dodge and another runner with dodge, then a blitzer with frenzy, a thrower with block, a thrower with leader, bunch of linemen, and then tucked at the bottom is another blitzer with strip ball. Light on rerolls, 3 rerolls, plus the leader makes 4, but an apothecary, interestingly. So if one of those vampires appears to die, don't need to rely on the regen, can use the Apo, or could use it on a KO'd thrall at a clinch moment in the game. Really good stuff, and yes, the vampires look very scary at this year's NAFC. And we've made it to the final race. It's the Wood Elves. Stick with me, guys. So Azurius is kicking us off. War Dancer with strip ball and tackle. Bunch of catchers, no skills. Leader thrower, dodge lineman, kick lineman, and a couple of rerolls there. A leader making 3. Yeah, an apothecary as well. Yeah, it's a good Wood Elf roster, isn't it? You know, loads of catchers, loads of natural dodge running around. Gonna be hard to catch them for sure. Up next is Borilla, something very similar actually. So it's a strip ball and a tackle war dancer, that's kind of the traditional. 3 catchers this time. Lineman with dodge, and then another one with wrestle, getting the extra rerolls in rather than using the leader. An assistant coach, and then an apothecary as well. Another really nice Wood Elf roster. Good luck. Captain Oates next, lineman with dodge and wrestle, a catcher with sidestep this time, the other 2 having nothing, strip ball and tackle, war dancers, 3 rerolls, an apothecary, an assistant coach. Yeah, I like it a lot. Really good. Fleet Mac Wood up next, and you bring the wood with a tree man. So, tree man on the roster this time, tackle and strip ball war dancers, 3 catchers, linemen with dodge, wrestle and wrestle, 2 rerolls and an apothecary. 10k short, unfortunately. Could be an assistant coach in there or a dedicated fans, maybe. Might not have been put through the system correctly, but Fleet Mac Wood, if you are watching this, see if you can get that rectified. And good luck at the event. Gorgoroth is up next with a lineman with dodge, lineman with wrestle, thrower with leader. There is a tree man in the roster, tackle and strip ball war dancers as standard, and a block single catcher. 2 rerolls, leader makes it 3. Yep, interesting. Nice to see some different Wood Elf builds coming through. Razmataz Baz keeps us on our toes with a slightly different build here. Again, we've got the tree man, this time getting guard, a thrower with cannoneer, strip ball and tackle war dancers, 2 catchers with block, and linemen to see us out with 3 rerolls. No apothecary. Looks like this is going to be one where there's a bit of bash on the line with the guard and the block, tackle and strip ball to do the job, and then the cannoneer thrower will be throwing downfield to a block catcher who'll run it in for the touchdown. Good luck at the event. And we've made it to the final roster of the NAF Championships 2025. Huge roster reveal with me, Dr. Hellboy, and it is Rick 1980 seeing us out with the Wood Elf thrower with cannoneer, a strip ball war dancer, a sure hands war dancer, interestingly, 2 catchers with block, and a lineman with kick. A treeman finishes out with the lineman. 3 rerolls. It's a Wood Elf build. It's good fun, and yeah, I hope you have a fantastic time. So there we go, guys. We have made it through all 296 rosters of the NAF Championships 2025. If you did manage to watch the whole video along with me, absolutely amazing. It's been we're approaching the 2-hour 40 mark on the video. Obviously, it's taken me a fair amount longer to record this. So yeah, so anything that you can do to share, hit the like, smash the like button, you know, all the good stuff. That would be really appreciated, guys. Yeah, I guess my final closing thoughts on it are NAF Champs is one of the best events in the Blood Bowl calendar, and it's great to see how the team have continued the amazing work over the years. I'm really excited for this year's event. It's going to be lovely to see so many people that I know. So do come up and say hi. Introduce yourself if you haven't met me before. Do come up and say hi. Always happy to chat. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 6 really fun games of Blood Bowl over the weekend. Who are my top picks? Well, I think it's pretty hard to see past 3 names. I think the 3 names that are up there this year are Pete W. on his Dark Elves, Core, K-Fogged Core on his Amazons, and Andy Davo on his Necromantic. I would not be at all surprised if one of those picked up the top spot this year. However, there are at least 30 other coaches that could be in with a shot. So yeah, never say never, as NAF Champs is definitely one of the hardest events in the tournament calendar. So yeah, wow, thank you so much for being here, guys. As I say, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, share the video, tell your friends. We made it through it. Gosh, I wish I could do a blooper reel. There were definitely some moments in between some of those rosters where I questioned what on earth I was doing. But yeah, we made it, guys. Thank you very much. See you again soon. Bye now.